Good morning, sis. I'm not even using the countdown for this live. I'm just going to get straight to the point. What you mean, homeboy? Um, okay. Hold on. My apologies. This must be how it is. Okay, so, yes, yes, go ahead. Hold on, is that the only, is, I wish you would have did this before I pressed the live button. You could have done this before I did anything. No, no, no. I'm just saying, like, you need to switch that cord. Oh no, this isn't gonna work. Uh, I know, I just said that. That one isn't gonna work. Neither is that one. Just, just take it. No, okay, go ahead. You can look it up. Once again, my apologies. Okay, so sis, I have been doing extensive research on that other sector. I told you something felt off, something felt fishy. There were a few things that was said to me that didn't make any sense. So I went over there and I previewed a lot of videos today. I spent my free time that I had on looking at people's videos. When I tell you I watched a bunch of videos from people over there in that sector, I watched so many. One thing that I noticed is that they like to go live and they'll have like the live up for a little while, maybe even 24 hours. And then after that 24-hour period, they'll put it on members only if they're monetized. Little boy, they all do it, all of them. So I was under the impression that this specific person gets talked about a lot in that sector, that they attack this specific person. So I found out, good morning, Rose. How are you? We're doing a little sneaky live. So I found out that that person really doesn't get talked about over there in that sector. So when I was saying that, I was like, my friend is famous because someone was dragging him in their video. I was just being funny. You know what I mean? That person's kind of like low key wanted me to think that he was like some big shot, I guess, over there. Yes, they use that members only. I was like, okay, so that girl, when I say I went through, most of those people over there have only been content creators for a year. So it's not a lot of content to have to go through. If 50% of your live videos are on members only. I'm not a member. I don't watch your shit. So I'm going through the videos that are public, right? So I noticed that a lot of them have less than 1K subs, but some of them are monetized, which means they've had to gain their monetization recently since, YouTube changed its requirements and guidelines. So I was like, okay. I also noticed that they all talk about the same shit and they all talk about the same people. If one person is attacking one person, they all dogpile on that person. The only difference over there in that sector is that the women, they don't do that. The women may go back and forth with each other being catty, but for the most part, the women actually have like lives that have substance. So that was weird. I also noticed that a lot of men over there claim that they're married. And on their community walls, they put weird shit on their community wall. Like if they go to breakfast with their wives. There's this one guy who literally for an entire year, he put on his community wall his breakfast with his wife. And I noticed that they always ate out. And I'm like, damn, does the bitch know how to cook? Does she know how to cook? Finally, I saw a picture of her and I was like, nah, these look like some East Coast motherfuckers. She don't know how to fucking cook. So that shit was crazy. Right, they're monetized and they don't even have 1K subs. Okay. A lot of them are monetized and they have like, and I'm talking about from like a year ago, like 300 something views on their videos, their lives. So I was like, okay, hmm. Oh, I hope that did not mess up mine. It did. Can you hear me? Oh, I learned a new way when I get a call or a notification that messes up my audio. I know how to clear it now without going out and coming back in. Hooray for me. Now half of these wives don't know how to wipe their ass. It seems that way, or at least their husbands are making it seem that way. So I thought that was weird. Like, why are you putting stuff like that up on your community wall? Your content is about you dragging other men, talking shit about, like it's like the Kwame Brown sector, so they're talking shit about him, and then you put all of this stuff on your community wall regarding like your relationship. It's just I don't know, it don't go together. It's just really, really weird, girl. So back to let's skip over some things. Let's hop to the 1900s. Let's hop to the 1900s. So let me ask you, if I ask you for some money on a Monday, I talk to you on a Tuesday, and I say something about the money. I talk to you on Wednesday, reminding you about something about the money. And then on Thursday, when I talk to you, I'm like checking your ass. Riddle me this, sis. What did the person have to say to me to make me contact you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday regarding some money? I'll say it again while you're typing the answer. If I ask you for some money, right? on a Monday. I call you on Tuesday and I talk about the money. I call you on Wednesday and I'm talking about the money. I call you on Thursday and I'm checking your ass about the money. What could you have possibly said to me to where all of that happened? So the only logic that I could come up with is that you promised to give it to me. You said that you had it. You told me that you were going to give it to me. Hence, why the reason I called you the next day on Tuesday to see if you had it. Okay, you don't have it on Tuesday. So I'll call you on Wednesday. You don't have it on Wednesday. I needed this money like Monday, Tuesday. So by Thursday, when I talk to you, whether I call you or you call me, I'm livid. I'm mad as fuck. Because I'm like, where's my money? You said that you were going to give me this money, and here it is. It's Thursday. We're almost at the weekend. Either you're going to give me the money or you're not going to give me the money. Simple as that. He didn't have no money. He was fronting. Girl. But you know what? It's not even about the fronting. You can front all you want. The fact is that you must have said something in the lines of, I don't have it all, but I'll give you what I got, or I got you. I got you. So when I was trying to figure out why you stopped talking to a certain person and you started talking to me behind the scenes, I couldn't understand why that occurred. After everything happens, you get fronted out about the 1900 and it all starts to make sense. All the pieces fall together and now I understand now what the hell happened. I give you an opportunity to tell me what happened. You tell me the story I just told you. The person asked for it. The next day, that person was talking about it. The day after that, that person was talking about it. By the third or fourth day, that person was like, I need the money right now. So if you're going to give it to me, then give it to me. If not, then like get off my line. Like, I don't have to deal with this. Like that type of shit. Wouldn't that be enough for you to be upset if you thought you were going to have a little sneaky link with that person? Wouldn't that be enough to upset you that that person threw a monkey wrench in your plan because you thought you were going to have a little sneaky link? So, out of spite, and two, it's another thing that goes with this. You're talking to the person and you're telling the person shit about your channel. Can you hear me? Oh. Can you hear me, sis? Nope, I gotta go. My apologies. I received a call. So anyway, I would never promise a baby candy that I didn't have. You see what I'm saying? Yes, exactly. Exactly. But I don't care about that. That's not even the point. The point is what was said, like, surrounding that. So I get it. Like, now that I've done the research, I went over there. I took it, into my own hands and looked at other content creators over there, their pages. I looked at their content. I looked at their community walls. I looked at all of that shit. Now I get what was happening. You wanted to partner with that person so that you could bring some new content to your page because you're monetized. And that didn't work out. You ended up thinking that flirting with that person was going to get you where you needed to go. Instead, that person hit you with the okie doke and asked you for some money. Not no little money, not no $20, not no $40, but 1900. 1900, and y'all barely know each other and never seen each other in life. Instead of you just being like a real nigga and just like, what? Hold up. Um, it ain't like I don't got it, but I don't know you. Why would I give you that money? I don't know you. Like, if you want me to cash app you like a dub or some shit, I could do that. Instead of just saying that, you told her something like in the lines of, sure, I got you. I got you, boo. Or some shit like that. I'm gonna stop doing this shit. Okay, it's back. You told that person something along the lines like, I got you, boo, whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? I could do this, I could do that, that fronting type of shit. And you thought that person was like on some BS. You thought they were playing. So days pass and you still ain't dropped that money. And that person had to, get real with you. After that person got real with you, you decided to bring your ass over here. You came up with a plan B. Okay, so I need, another person. I need another person that, can do this, can do that. You know what I'm saying? I think that person is a good fit. One thing that was real weird that he told me is that he came over here and he heard my voice. And my voice was like, that's what caught him. But then he heard my husband's voice in the background and he was like, oh, okay. So if you're trying to network with people on this app, why would you hearing my husband's voice change anything? I do not hide the fact that I'm married. We all know that when my husband has the free time, he does this shit with me. Okay? It's fun that way. So why would that change anything? I don't get that part. It didn't make sense to me. Like, hmm, that's weird. Would that be a problem because I have a man in my life? I don't understand how that would be a problem. If you want to network and you're trying to do this new segment, over there on your shit, where you need the opinions of women, and you struck out with the first woman that you met because that woman asked you for some money, why would you come over here? Okay? Why would you come over here and not network? You could have got all that shit done if you just would have. If this seems to keep happening, girl, this keeps happening for some odd reason. Niggas that deal with her come over here to my shit, and instead of just being a sub or at least standing in the bushes and watching my shit, they become vocal. And then later on down the line, I see the weirdness in this shit, and I gotta call it out. And that's not really what I'm doing right now. I'm just telling you what the hell I discovered. I'm just telling you what's going on. I'm not doing it in a private live like we normally would have. I'm doing it in a public live because why not? Um, yeah, this is on my page, so why not? Who doesn't know, you sorry, not sorry. Like, this is crazy. So then when I started getting the vibes, I did something. I told the person that my husband is getting kind of shaky with this situation. I can't really, you know what I'm saying, like network with you anymore. You know what I'm saying? My husband is like, he ain't with it. So for right now, I'm gonna have to like stop contacting him, right? You know, not on like that type of shit. Not even to make it look like that. Just, you know, so it doesn't look like that. Still, you know, I'm still on the I'm going to support you. You know, I hope you still support me. Everything is wavy or whatever, right? So a few hours after that, I waited. I waited, sis. A few hours after that, I texted him and I was like, damn. Like basically like damn, like you're not gonna say goodnight or like, you know what I'm saying? Like anything, right? No response. Today, no response. No response. Like, this is hilarious. First of all, nigga, you not even my type. I would never. I would never. You too little. You're a little dude. I would never. If you was really real, you would have told me that situation from the beginning. So that way I would have known what the hell was going on and it didn't look shady. The shit looked shady, but it wasn't shady on my part because I wasn't being told everything. I was being told one thing over there and another thing in the other place. I wasn't told the truth. Then I find out while I'm having conversations with both of them, trying to figure out what the hell is going on and why I'm even involved in it, that person called her. So that person was on the phone with her. And I'm like, when did that happen? When were you on the phone? Why were you on the phone? And then I'm confused because he's like, I'm taking a wrench. I'm blocking her. She said the same thing, but neither one of y'all blocked each other. And she still got her wrench. Even though I told him don't do that. So I'm a little confused here. Remind me why the fuck I'm on the phone talking to you, my nigga. Why I'm on the phone talking to you, bro? See, I don't play these games. I really don't. Everything is out in the open with me. I'm very transparent. And if I'm not being transparent, there's a reason why I'm not being fully transparent. I'm at least telling you about 95% of everything. It's the only respectful way, right? Let's just take let's take the fact that I'm married out the equation. When I deal with a man, I don't do all this shit. The idiot knew you was married. Yeah, that ain't even the point. I mean, I get that. I don't want to make that like the point. You know what I'm saying? It's like I told the other nigga last time I checked. I said Celeste was married. It's it ain't even about me being married. This is what I'm saying. It's that person is married. I don't know if you. I think I told you that, but I don't know if you know it. But he's married. It isn't even about me being married. It's not about my husband at all. What I'm trying to figure out is what's the lie for? First of all, you should not be on this app trying to talk to no bitch. You married, bro. So that doesn't make any sense. Okay? That part. Then it's easy to just tell a person, hey yo, like, you doing too much, bro. Simple as that. If you feel like a person is stepping out of bounds, like of where they are supposed to be, let that person know. None of this stuff had to happen. If you would have just kept it real and would have just let that person know. If a nigga is talking to me and then out of nowhere he asks me for some money, I'm gonna be like, yeah. So I am, you know, I got a nigga. So anything that I give to anybody will be checked. Um, yeah, not me. No offense, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just keeping it real. We still cool and shit, but yeah, not me. Can't nobody get mad at that. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a reason why you lied. There's a reason why you must have offered and you didn't. I mean, we get why you didn't come through, but why did you offer? That's that game shit. And see, I don't deal with people like that. When I'm dealing with a man, I don't work like that. I would never ask you for nothing because I got myself, my husband got me. So I would definitely not ask you for anything. Let me just take care of that so it doesn't do it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't, I would never have to. You would never have to worry about that. Ever. You know, if a person is doing that, then that's what you're getting. That's how that person rolls. So if you want to continue to deal with them, you need to make it clear. Like, yeah, so that aspect can't happen. You know what I'm saying? I can't give you anything. What I could give you, you know what I'm saying, is respect, gratitude. You know, I could talk to you, have long conversations with you, some combo, and let's do this networking thing. It should have been left at that. So now I'm feeling like every single female that's in your chat, this is what you did to them. You went down an entire list of females where you did this to them. That's like a bitch asking cat for money without you knowing, and vice versa. With my husband, that's the whole thing, right? No, no, because it's not even about asking for the money. If a bitch was to ask Kevin for the money, he would be like, no. That's the point is not nobody asking me for anything, okay? Because people are gonna do what they want to do to try to get what they want to get. If you felt at any time that that was fishy, why didn't you speak up? Why did you let that situation fester? Okay, to where you're going live, that person is hopping up on your fucking link in front of all your freaking subs, in front of 130 something people talking about, so what happened with my 1900? Like, I'm not trying to talk shit, but that was ghetto and that was classless, bro. And as a fucking real man, you should have stood in the paint and you should have said, so I'm gonna drop you. I'm gonna drop you. Instead, that's not what he did. He didn't drop her. He kept her up there. You could tell he was frustrated though, but he kept her up there, and then he kept calling for me to come up. What the fuck am I coming up there for? That is some uncouth ghetto shit. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want nobody to look at me like I'm sitting up here doing certain shit with people on here, and I'm doing it for like a financial purpose. I'm literally trying to like get money out of niggas. Excuse me. Most of these niggas don't even have the money I have. The fuck I need some money from you for? This is the same person that told me I need to put my Cash App up. Oh shit, hold on. Just for good measure. Since I said, look at me doing what you asked. You should put your Cash App up. For what? For what? Baby, this is a hobby for me. My issue is that man is playing with women. And you're right. You're absolutely right. Like, that's part of it, but it's not the biggest part of it. But you're right. He playing with women. It's the biggest part of it for me is the biggest part for me is if that's the type of shit you doing on here, know your opponent. You cannot do that with every fucking body. Out of respect. And also, Because like I said, I did my research and I found out that he ain't really popping like that over there. You know what I'm saying? Most of them people they drug each other, and that's how they got monetized so quickly, because they were literally live for live back and forth dragging each other. That's the reason why some of them dry now. They don't have no content. Okay? So that's my thing. If that's ultimately what you wanted, you should have kept it on that. I don't give a damn if I don't give a damn if that person was flirting with you. You should have fucking kept it as business. Instead, you turned it into something that wasn't business. It's most definitely not business if a person is telling another person that you saying stuff like you don't want to be where you at right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, check this out. So that live where that person came over to my shit, that happened 4 months ago. So that means both of us, listen to me now, all of us, all of us have only known this person for 4 months. How the fuck you been knowing somebody for 4 months and barely talking to that person? You don't talk to that person every day, you feel what I'm saying? How the fuck you get to the point where you having conversations about your home life with this person? I would have put that shit on me. Another thing, when I did that live, and you know I told you I did that live for a reason. Well, that live wasn't even about this shit, but it it dived into this, and I allowed it to dive into it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? We all know. We've had our talks. So it dived there for a reason, right? I asked I asked that person were they mad? That person said they wasn't mad, but that person was saying little stuff like they were mad, like you drugged me. And I was like, no, I didn't. I didn't drag you. I didn't drag you at all. But that person feels that I drugged them. That was like a telltale sign as well that to that person it looked like a dragging. It wasn't at all. So that shit was just weird as hell to me. I was like, okay. Even like trying to explain the situation to the person so that they can see it like in the way that I intended for it to be seen, it still kind of was like some pushback. Like, no, you drugged me. Like, what? That's where the confusion came for me. He weirded me. Dude, once you have seen things, once you have been around things, what is they doing over there? Oh, I'm being nosy, my bad. Once you have seen things, you like you start to dissect it. And once that keeps happening, you dissect everything. And that's where I am right now. I'm dissecting everything. Okay? So that's the only reason why I was like, something isn't right. I had to, I doubly dissected this shit and I still couldn't come up with anything. I just was like, it's so weird. It's just so weird. Something isn't adding up. Like the stories, like, okay, in order for it to even be remotely true, like half-ass true, fuck remotely, for it to even be half-assed true. The stories have to somewhat sound similar, like they start off similar, but the ending of the story changes depending on the perception of the person who's talking to you. You know what I'm saying? The way that they see it through their eyes. That ain't what happened. It was two completely different stories from beginning to the end. And I'm like, wait a minute. It's the same experience. Why is every detail different? Don't call me no sidekick. I can't remember what all that. Girl, what are you talking about? Oh, I know what you're talking about. That's why I had to, I had to grab my chin. No, I know you didn't have to put that in there. I know what you're talking about. Um, but I had to grab my chin and stroke it like a nigga because I was like, something ain't adding up. I gotta make it make sense, okay? Like, I gotta make it make sense. It has to, like, something has to add the hell up, okay? And even now, even with me doing all my little investigative shit, it still doesn't add up, girl. It still doesn't add up. So at this point, I'm just chalking it up to a bunch of BS because it doesn't make sense. I don't care to know. I don't need to know. Um, oh, yeah, I know. I don't need to know. I don't care to know. I don't want to know. I'm just going to leave it on the floor where it belongs and somebody else clean up the mess. Okay? The dog has shit it. Okay? Someone clean it up. Not me. Not me. Because it truly just, uh, this is not what I had in mind for anything. It was just hella weird. Like if I'm asking you a question and I'm asking you to tell me about it, about something, whatever I'm asking you, I expect for you to like tell me like something. It could be a half truth, a half lie, any of that. I'm expecting for you to tell me something. You know what I mean? It's not, you're not bad mouthing anyone. You're not being disloyal, but I felt like when I was having conversations with that person, it felt like that person like was feeling like I'm gonna be looked at as a disloyal person. And I'm like, how? Like in the back of my head, I'm like, how would you be looked at as a disloyal person? Because I asked you a question and I expect an answer. I just didn't understand it. That's all. I'm just like, this is weird. This shit just is beyond weird. I'm, I'm looking at your comments and I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be a throwaway. Because it honestly isn't even, oh no, this is the person that's on the hook is that person. He's on the hook. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that happened regarding that other person. I'm not blaming that other person for shit. No, he's on the hook. That's who I'm talking about. Him. In my eyes, I honestly do not think that that person did anything. How could that person have done something? My, what I'm trying to like relay is that, no, this is the thing. You're making perfect sense. You're making perfect sense. What I'm saying is that I don't find that other person at fault. That person's not at fault for anything. It's looking weird to me because of him. The situation is hella weird to me because of what he did, because of what he said, because of the moves that he is making. That's why it's looking kind of faulty to me. Whatever the heck, whatever the heck happened before I came into the, before I came into play, that don't have nothing to do with me. That doesn't have shit to do with me. The only thing I'm concerned with is like what's happening regarding me, because I'm trying to figure out, why am I in the driver's seat right now? What is the reason that I'm in the driver's seat? It's looking like I was put in the driver's seat because it's like it's like a bank robbery. This person wanted to rob a bank, and he enlisted another person to be the getaway driver. Something happened to where that person was not a good fit to be the getaway driver. So the bank robber, per se, went out to find another suitable driver, and that person found me. So now I'm in the driver's seat waiting on this person to come out of the bank with all the cash, okay, to get in the car so that I can drive this person away to freedom. That's what I'm feeling like. Why was I placed in the driver's seat though? It wasn't by chance. It wasn't a coincidence. It was done purposefully. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why was it done purposefully? Like, you could have kept it PC. You could have kept it like, I need this bread. You want some bread? Then I need your help. I'm picking you because of your skills. I think you'll be a good fit. Are you down? That type of shit. Okay, that's what it is. All right, I'm down. Let's do this. Giving a person a choice, and making it more believable. I'm feeling like that's not what happened. I was not given the choice to be the getaway driver. I was thrown into the seat. And so now by default, I'm the getaway driver. I don't know if that analogy, like, if you get it, but if you don't get it, I'll explain it to you after this live. I'll use like the names and the real life situation so that you can understand what I'm saying. Because right now I'm kind of talking in code. But yeah, the only thing that I said, I wouldn't embarrass myself by jumping on his panel begging him for that money if he didn't respond to me all week. That should have told her he was full of shit. Right, that is true. But I'm not focused on that. Whatever the hell was going on with that situation is why that person decided to hop on that panel and ask him about her fucking money. That's why she did it. That don't have nothing to do with me. What I'm tripping off of is why wasn't I told? Why wasn't I told that that situation happened? Had you told me that that situation happened, I would have better understood what the hell was going on. So you want me to rock out with you for a certain reason? You have an ulterior motive. At least let me know what the motive is. No, see, okay. I don't want to confuse you. You're not far behind. You're up there where I'm at. We're on the same thing. It's just with your comments, you're kind of blaming her, and I'm saying she's not at fault. No, there's no reason. Okay, there's no reason for you to feel dumb. This conversation, my frustration is with the nigga. It's not with her. My frustration is with him because now it looks a certain way. It kind of looks like I'm being messy. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. If 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 money was promised and he didn't deliver, that is his cross that he has to bear. He has to deal with that embarrassment of, you know what I'm saying, not keeping his word or not looking a certain way in the eyes of that person. He doesn't look a certain way to me over that situation. I didn't ask you for anything. I wasn't expecting anything from you. So you don't look crazy to me when it comes to that. No, I'm blaming her. By no means, sis. I get what you're saying. You're not being messy. Like, it's just like that part of it, the whole 1900 statement, it it matters because of his end. Like, did you actually say that? Like, fuck it. Let me just be clear. Did you play her? Did you purposefully play her? Did you let her think that you had it to give to her? Because you wanted something out of the ordeal. You had a goal to reach. And when she asked you for that money, it kind of fucked up the path to the goal. Instead of you just saying, oh no, I ain't fucking with this. I can't deal with this. Like, you think I'm some trick nigga. Instead of you doing that, you still stayed in the situation and you still was being like nice and still trying to be attentive and all that other shit. That's what I'm talking about. If you were willing to do all of that stuff after that situation happened, then I'm so lost on why you felt the need to walk up the street and knock on my door. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. And you see, sis, with that comment, if that is truly the case, and that's truly what happened, then imagine how I'm feeling right now. I did not know about that situation so that I could make the choice of, oh, okay, so it was like that. The first thing that I asked was how deep was it? You know what I mean? How deep was it? That's one thing I need to know. I don't need to know anything else right now currently. How deep was it? And when I asked you how deep it was, I got an answer of, oh, it wasn't deep at all. Like, it wasn't like that at all. But then this story comes up about this 1900, and I'm like, oh no. If a person asked you for money and they contacted you day after day after day waiting for the money, then it was deep. If someone felt comfortable in this situation to talk about giving somebody money or receiving some type of money, it was deep enough to where someone felt like they were connected enough to ask that question. That's what I'm talking about. That's why it's important. That's why we keep on trolling and talking about the 1900 and shit. Because that's where the answer lies. Not and I feel used, but not in that aspect. Like, I feel used as a coping mechanism, not like, oh, you did me dirty, you lied to me, because he didn't lie. He didn't lie. I'm just saying, like, what was behind the motives for your movements? How did you come up with, it's been 4 months, or it's been 3 months? I really truly want to reach out to this person. I really truly want to have conversations with this person about whatever, about networking, about business, about whatever. What made you want to have business conversations with me when you could have had business conversations with me from the gate? The ladies' night idea, that's old. That's like 4 months old. It's an idea that I didn't hear of. I never heard of. So this obviously was something that you were talking about with her. And I guess this $1,900 situation is what killed that with her. So because it was killed with her, you came over here to discuss that business with me. So it's like, what do I look like? What do I look like? You know what I'm saying? Having the ladies' night panel with you, with both of you. You know what I'm saying? Where we're talking about certain topics and all this other stuff. And y'all got this little shit that's simmering or whatever. I'm not saying either one of them was mad at each other, but something is brewing. Like, I said this in my last live where we talked about this, the live before the one I did this morning, I believe. I said this then, like, when I fuck with you, I fuck with you. If I'm down for what you're down for, then we're in agreement. We doing this shit together. We riding. You know what I mean? But how come it doesn't feel like you riding? It I hear what you're saying. I hear your words. You saying you riding, but the way you moving, it doesn't seem like you're riding. See, I'm the type of bitch that if I feel some type of motherfucking way, if I got a bad vibe, I'm going to stop the car and I'm going to put, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting a piece to the dome and I'm telling you get the fuck out my ride. Right? Get out, nigga. Get out. Yes, it was. Yep. Even though he said he listened to that live and he respected what I had to say, I had some good points. It still kind of feels like you still got one of your feet out the car. Like the car is in motion. I'm I'm pushing the whip, but you got the door open. Like the beeping sound is going off because the door is open. And you just letting your little foot just drag on the concrete. You know what I'm saying? On the asphalt. You just letting your foot just drag. You fucking up your J's and everything. This is the point that I'm making. Don't be around me with that sometimey ass shit. And that's what I feel you're doing. And now it's got me questioning everything. Is that why you having the issues that you having with your personal? Because you sometimey? Because if you're sometimey with your personal, baby, you gonna be sometimey with your business too. so warm. Lay down, mommy. Lay down and close your eyes. Put the cover over you. Like it ain't about you being sometimey. Like if you riding, I need to know that, you know what I'm saying? If something happens, you bussin'. And the way I feel right now, I feel like you ain't bussin'. I feel like I'm the only person that's down the bus, for real. I'm the only person. And I know you probably don't understand, certain metaphors that I'm using. That's why, I'll tell you later. I'll, I'll tell you later what I mean by some of the things that I'm saying. I had a little cognac with my conversations tonight. It's just crazy. Normally I don't even go live at this time, because normally I'm all hugged up. No. Where is my Twix? Where is my Twix? Because you fools trying to take my big nasty crunch. Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. Mommy, did you see my Twix? You did? It's in there? Okay, so you guys can have my big Nestle. Just you guys, what? I put my arm there. Beat it, scram. Tell your sister and your brother you guys can have it. You just gotta share. I know that I don't eat sugary things and chocolate and stuff like that. I keep it for times when I want to eat something with sugar in it. I mean, everything has sugar in it, but I mean like sugary snacks. I keep at least one thing just so that I could eat it if I wake up or something and I want something with sugar in it. But, you guys eat sugar all day, so just go ahead. Plus, you know what? I don't need it because I forgot. I have this peanut butter rice crispy treat over here. There's something that had to be addressed. Spoken upon. Yep, it definitely had to be addressed for sure. Just for myself, so that I'm not confused. I'm definitely not going to walk around confused. What do I look like? Do I look like I have Riri stamped on my forehead? No. I can hope that I don't look slow. I don't act slow. I don't act slow, so there's no telling. There is no telling. Good morning, Courtney. How are you, my love? Happy Saturday, everyone. This is an impromptu live. Hopefully, we don't get that surprise. You did. You did. I, I have concluded my investigation. Nothing, just trying to piece together something that still doesn't make sense to me. Trying to figure out why somebody's foot is dangling outside of the car. I'm still, up in arms trying to figure out why the beeping is happening in my car. Obviously, the door is open. So either close the damn door and get in or get your ass the fuck out my car. Get out my car. I had I spent my Friday. Well, actually, I went live earlier today, and that shit was funny as hell. Ooh, matter of fact, just for good measure.
Well, there's a huge variety of businesses in this shopping plaza, from sandwich shops to liquor stores, even an adult.
You got a dollar?
Sorry.
You got a dollar? You got a dollar? You got a dollar?
We will check back in.
I said, I said in the morning, I'm gonna call up there, and I'm gonna see if Molly is okay. But no, it was funny because after that, she did. Well, hold on. I can't say that it was Molly. Someone did go back out there and they finished the newscast. Like, because you got to have something sweet. You got the salty with the Cheetos. You have the soda. You got to have something sweet. So, I don't know why the hell they chose the gummy. I think it puts more pizzazz in the picture instead of some zingers or some ho hos or something. Okay. So was this nigga ashy or what?
Well, there's a huge variety of businesses in this shopping plaza, from sandwich shops to liquor stores, even an adult.
You got a dollar?
Sorry.
You got a dollar? You got a dollar? You got a dollar?
He scared the fuck out of her. I said, "Oh God." I gotta stop laughing because if I don't, I'm gonna laugh this whole fucking live away. Why he got so close to her though? Like you didn't give her no space. Earlier, I was like, so what were you planning to do with the dollar? What makes that damn video so funny? It's the comments. These people here is off the chain, okay? Like, I love the comments that was like, now Fox, why y'all send that woman over there? Y'all knew better. Oh, it's so hilarious. Yeah. It's just like that fucking lobster video. Like, I mean, did you give him $1? The cameraman is down bad, yo. The cameraman he's straight, like, he's silly as hell for that shit. These niggas don't know personal boundaries. Like, who dared him? Listen, I refuse to believe that man just said, I wanted $1 so badly. I see this lady working. I wanted $1 so badly, I'm going to interrupt the newscast. Oh, your face got wider. I just noticed it. I'm going to interrupt the newscast just so I can ask her for $1. Like, he rolled up on her and touched her and everything. Like, it's, I'm playing one more time because the end is funny too. The end is funny too.
Well, there's a huge variety of businesses in this shopping plaza, from sandwich shops to liquor stores, even an adult.
You got $1?
Sorry.
You got $1? You got $1? You got $1?
We'll check back in with Molly in just a moment. It looks like she's having some interactions there at the facility, the place where she is doing her live report. Again, she is reporting live, so we will check back in with her. For the meantime, we are going to move on to our next story.
she was unbothered. Like, you weren't concerned. Oh my goodness. There should have been more than just her and the cameraman out there. I didn't watch the whole broadcast. Kevin did, and I didn't even ask him what was it about. I didn't even ask, but she was talking about the businesses over there. Like, I have no clue what it was about. I'm gonna have to actually watch for myself, but this fool did all that shit in front of a damn Metro camera. Like, you did all, like, there is no way that, dude, as soon as that happened, I'm telling you, Metro came out there. Like, if you pay attention to the video, the cameraman, he points the camera in the direction of the liquor store, and you see people standing outside. That's why I'm saying he had to have been paid to do that. He didn't just do that, like, because he really, truly wanted a fucking $1. You better believe that Metro went out there after that situation happened, and they pulled the footage from that damn camera so that they could zoom in on that nigga face, and they could, find out who that was, so they could cite his ass or put his ass at CCDC. Because that shit, that shit was hella funny. That was too funny. What happened?
Why did you laugh like that?
Because it's funny. Why you all up in my business? Mind your business.
I'm literally sitting right here.
Mind your business. What is that? Is that a big chicharroni? Oh my goodness. Where did she get that from? Of course, the children want to show me everything while I'm on live. I mean, you know what? If she would have said it, I would have been like, you know what? I don't even care. If she would have said some derogatory stuff, I would have been like, girl, you're better than me. Because if that would have happened to me, I would have said all type of shit. I would have been like, did this nigga just touch me? Did this nigga just roll up on me asking me for $1? Like, I would have said all that stuff. So if she would have said it, I wouldn't have even been mad. Like, if people would have got angry about her saying that, I promise you, I would have fucking marched for her. Okay, I would have been like, no, 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 no. We're not going to condone any of that. He was wrong for that. Okay, you need to have some sense. That was like senseless. That was hella senseless. Kind of like the shit that I was talking about. Senseless shit. Like, is you riding or is you playing a game? I don't know. I'm confused. I've already said I don't care. I said I've tapped out. The tapping. Hold on, I got another tap on real quick. Hold on, let me tap on this. The tapping has happened. Okay, yeah, she should have had at least one other person there with her, knowing she was going in that area. That is crazy. All the people out there that he probably asked for $1 from. You know what I mean? You're gonna roll up to the person that's doing a newscast. Like, you see the cameraman. That was just too crazy. Like, I don't. It's so hard for me to believe that that even happened. That was worse than pizza burger. That was worse than that. And my children will never let me live that down. Look how you looking at me. I was like so sleepy. My allergies were bothering me. I was like doped up on some Benadryls, okay? And I was so mad that I couldn't taste my food. So I told the truth. I was like, damn, I just wanted a piece of burger. And every day, these kids remind me that I said that. Like, they would not let, like, look at them. They would not let that go because I said that. I was for real, I was hungry. I just wanted to bite a piece of the burger, okay? I'm just saying. How the hell you go into a damn fast food restaurant to get a piece of burger? The fuck? That was worse than what was her name? Sweetest Brown or something. The one who was like, anybody got time for that? That was worse than that. Like, that nigga just rolled up on her and was like, you got $1? You got $1? You got $1? Like, kept asking, like, dude, she's freaked out. She's scared. One of you guys come get your little dope fiend, okay? Just so stupid. The whole shit was just stupid as hell, but it was funny. And I wish Kevin wouldn't have shown me that shit, because I've been on that all day. But yeah, I went and did my investigating. I watched a bunch of lives. I didn't watch like the whole lives. I skimmed over some of them, but over there, in that one sector, in that KB sector, and I came up with some good stuff. Like, okay, so this is what's happening, and that's what's going on, and oh, I see. I was starting to see stuff, and like a lot of pieces were kind of falling into place. Like, oh, okay, so that is logical. Like, that makes sense for all of that to happen. You ain't missed nothing. It's do I put this? I just wanted to know, what's the goal? Like, if the goal is on some like serious shit, then there was a few things that needed to happen, in that one situation. There's a few things that needed to happen if it was on like some serious shit. If it was on like some networking shit, then there was also a few things that could have happened. I'm just trying to figure out how a person doesn't realize that. How do you not realize that there were certain conversations I needed to hear, like in their entirety? Like, because none of it is making sense. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Okay, I'm going to say it like this because I am talking in code on purpose. Um, I was told that I drugged somebody in my last live, the one before this morning. I was told that it sounded like I was dragging a person, and I was like, no, that's not what I was doing. That's not my intention. Even though that person said they weren't mad, I could kind of tell that they were a little emotional about some things that I was saying in that live. And I was like, I don't get it. Like, I wasn't trying to like badmouth you or like talk down on you. I was actually trying to teach you something. Like, there was some things that was going on, and I felt like you could have handled it differently. And because you handled it the way that you handled it, I'm questioning what your motives are because it doesn't make any sense to me. So I'll continue to talk in code, but I know you're going to understand what I'm saying. So I'll repeat what I said earlier. So this is not me speaking. This is something that was told to me. So if a person asks you for something on a Monday, you even said that in the lie that she wasn't dragging anyone. True, but I mean, I guess like when you listen to it, and if I'm talking about you, you would feel drugged. So I mean, I gave him that. Like, okay, I get it. I was dragging you just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But it was with a purpose. There was a reason. It wasn't like, to make you feel bad or anything like that. It was just, it was some things that you needed to hear. You know what I'm saying? And it just so happened to have been said in the live because things were brought up, so that's the whole reason why. But if a person asks you for something, okay, on a Monday, and Tuesday comes around and that person checks in on you for that something that they asked you for, and you still don't deliver, excuse me, Wednesday comes around and that person is still asking you for it and you're still not delivering. Thursday comes around and that person cusses you the fuck out, call you everything but a child of God, and basically talks to you like you're a kid or whatever. So now you feeling like the person got shit kind of twisted or whatever. Why did it take until Thursday? Why did it take until Thursday for you to come to that conclusion? It don't make sense. If you were put off by that, there should have never been a Tuesday, a Wednesday, or a Thursday. It should have never been those days. It should have started on Monday and it should have ended on Monday. So it's like, nigga, this shit don't make sense. What you're telling me, it doesn't sound like the truth. It doesn't make any sense because if what you're telling me is true, it would have ended on Monday. There wouldn't have been a Tuesday. There wouldn't have been a Wednesday. There wouldn't have been a Thursday. Period. There wouldn't be any other day after that. Then, on top of that, you tell me while I'm asking questions like I'm supposed to, because I don't want to, I don't want to be put in nothing. I don't want it to look like I'm doing some dirty shit. I'm asking you questions and I'm being truthful and honest with it. I'm telling everybody what I'm doing. I'm telling my husband what I'm doing so he don't get mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling the two people that's involved what I'm doing so they don't get mad. Why do you tell me that you didn't speak to this person, but I'm being told, well, I'm sorry, why do you tell me that, why does the other person tell me that they ain't speak to you, but when I talk to you, you told me you spoke to the person? Now, that person claims that he had just came in, and you know when he comes in, he speaks to the chat because that's what he does in his sector. And I guess he was doing something else or whatever. He got sidetracked or whatever. But he told me like 2 days after, like this was like day before yesterday or something like that. He told me that he went back and he said he went back and listened to the live 3 times, and he texted me and was like, "I'm crying right now. I'm gonna cry. Why you do me like that? Why you talk about me like that? Why you drag me like that? Like I didn't do that. I didn't drag you. Like for instance, if something is happening on your panel, if you're live and something is happening on your panel, and I see what the hell's going on, I want to stay out of it. So I don't move. I stay where I'm at. You're asking me to come up on the panel, and I'm like, nah, I'm cool down here. You know what I'm saying? Deuces, like I don't want to even get up there. You know what's going on. You see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You have the ability to stop whatever the hell is going on. It's your shit. It's your channel. Why even hit me up later and say, basically tell me that you felt abandoned? Like, what? I didn't abandon you, nigga. Like, oh my God. I didn't abandon you. That wasn't my business. That wasn't my business. Well, you still should have came up there to support. Motherfucker, I was in your chat. That's how I was supporting. What the fuck is you talking about? Like that was weird to me. I was like, oh my God. And that's when all of the weird feels started to happen. Like, are you for real? Are you serious? Like, no. Now I'm completely confused. Some of this shit is this some of this shit's supposed to be about Kate. You wanted me to get up there and make the shit high key? Like, I don't what the fuck? What? What was I supposed to do? I would have just literally got up there and I would have been on mute. I wouldn't have said shit. So what in the hell did I need to get up there for? It wasn't like, it was kind of like a reprimand. And it wasn't like a bad, like, it wasn't like a, damn, like, how do I want to put this? It wasn't like a, the way it was being delivered like a, I needed you. Like, I wanted you, like, to stand with me. I feel let down. See, that's the way it was delivered, but that's not what I took from it. I felt like it was I wanted you to support me, and the best way for you to support me was by being up there. It felt to me like it was all about the channel, and it wasn't about the personal that was being discussed up there. What the fuck am I going to get up there for if I feel like personal shit is being discussed up there? I do know my surroundings. I know what's going on with you in real life. So why would I get up there if some personal stuff is happening? That's something that I said I would never do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's protecting you in like a real way. You know what I mean? Like that was protecting you in a real way. So why would you come at me and basically try to make it seem like I didn't support you? Like turn it into some type of internet shit. I don't know. It was just a lot of shit's been weird. So that's the reason why I did my due diligence and I went and did my homework. Because a lot of this stuff just doesn't add up. This is the internet for me. This is not my real life. Even though we live life every day, and if we're pressing this button, it does become a part of our real life. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a way. No, but see, that's the thing. You were supporting him because If his idea of supporting him was me hopping up there, you was already up there. So you was doing the supporting. So what the hell he needed me up there for? Shit. It just didn't make any sense to me. None of this makes sense. And it's just like, ugh, there's things that you should have told me at first so that I could better understand what the hell was going on. So I could have been like, well, I'm gonna kick your ass out the whip. Get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like there was certain things that should have been told, and now all of a sudden they're being told to me, and I'm like, I don't believe it. There you go. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't believe it because it's not. The pieces aren't coming together. Like I said earlier, how does something happen? How do somebody ask you something on a Monday and you allow a Tuesday to happen to where the person is asking you on a Tuesday, and then you allow a Wednesday to happen to where the person is asking you on a Wednesday, and then you allow Thursday to happen to where the person is checking in like, my nigga, like, what the fuck going on? And then finally you like, hold on, you know what I'm saying? I ain't that type of nigga. And then supposedly some shit was said like, well, fuck you, nigga, and and all this other shit. And the nigga was like, it made me feel some type of way, like I ain't no trick nigga and all this other shit. Nigga, you had to wait until Thursday for you to feel that way or something? I don't get it. In order for that to happen, it was deeper than what the fuck you said it was. It was deeper. This is my whole point. Like, don't bring that shit over here to me if you knee deep into something else. That's all I'm saying. You're saying it wasn't that fucking deep, but that sounds deep to me. That sounds deep to me. It sounds like you made a promise and you just reneged on it. That's what it sounds like. You went all them days, bruh. You went all them fucking days. It sounds like you fucking made a promise. Okay? And when you figured out that you didn't want to come through on that promise, that's when you was like, oh yeah, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's getting weird, you know what I mean? Then that's when you said that shit. I'm just confused because if that's what happened, nigga, then it definitely looks to me that it was deeper than what the hell you trying to portray that it was. Exactly. See, I don't want, and that's the thing. I don't want to call him a liar. I want to call him a manipulator. It ain't that he's lying to me. He's manipulating the situation. He's telling the situation, but he's not telling it all. Like, he's flipping it, kind of. He's flipping the situation. Like, if all that happened and you felt that way, then explain to me why the day when we had our conversation and I was saying what I was saying, why after that did he tell me that he contacted you? After that, he told me he contacted you. He called you, and you answered, and you was like, "What do you want?" And he was like, "I'm just trying to see if you okay. Like, is you like you know this situation has happened? Are you okay?" So I'm confused. If you're telling me all of this shit over here, what was the point of that? What was the point? Nothing adds up. That's why I'm saying, like, if if you gonna be a manipulator, baby, you gotta manipulate a dumb bitch. Cause I'm not that. I'm not dumb. I see through everything. I see through everything. Like another thing that he said, and that's probably the reason why I'm even saying something right now on this live. Okay, so this is what he said. Fuck it, shit, we here now. This is what he said. He said that when I was asking the questions to him, and I told him I was going to tell you what I was talking to him about. So I hit you up and I told you what I was talking to him about. So everybody knew what the fuck what I was asking, what I was talking about. And remember, I was like, be nice, all this other motherfucking shit. When I talked to you, you said you didn't talk to him. He said you did. He said that he called you, you answered your phone, and you were like, "What do you want?" And he was like, "I'm just trying to see, are you okay?" You know what I'm saying? Because all this is going on, and you know what I'm saying? Like, is we cool or is we not cool? And you was like, I'm done with the situation. And you hung up on him. And I was just confused. I didn't say anything after that, but in the back of my mind, I was confused because I was like, what was the point of that? What was the point of that? I just asked a simple question because I don't want to be thrown in the middle of no shit. I don't want to be thrown in the middle of nothing. So, if we're networking and we doing business, that was before the live you did. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. This was way before the live I did. This was the first day. Like, I did not want to talk to him, but this is what I'm saying. While I was talking to both of you, when I was talking to both of you, I asked you, did you talk to him? And you said no. But he said you lied. He said that he called you. While I was still talking to him, I was still talking to both of you. And he said that he called you. This is what I'm saying. This happened before I even did the live. So I was getting red flags immediately. He didn't tell me nothing about, that 1900 situation. That happened when he did his live. So when I heard that, I was like, wait a minute. Oh, wow. Because, you know what I'm saying? He's talking about networking and he's like, okay, so I went back and I pinpointed the exact day, time, everything. So it was 4 months ago, okay? He told me that when he dropped in, he told me that when he met you is the same day he met me. He was over in your shit, and you shared my shit on your shit. He came over to my shit. It was the same day, right? Nuh-uh, no, no. You told me that you didn't talk to him. You told me you wasn't gonna talk to him, and I told you to be nice. I told you to be nice to him. Nah, I remember. This is all I've been on for the last couple of days. For real, for real. Nah, I remember. I remember. Well, anyway, he said that this was the first day that he met both of us. So basically, what he was saying, another thing too, the stuff with the personal shit, the stuff that you told me about the personal shit, I was like, why would you say that? If it wasn't deep, right? If it was on some business type of shit and it wasn't deep, what's up with the personal shit? That nigga said he ain't never say none of that fucking shit. That nigga was like, why would, like, I don't want to put the business out there, but the nigga was like, why would I wait until somebody was a certain age, nigga? That's like 10 years. And that's why I was like, I was confused. Because when I was told that, I was like, wait a minute. In order for that to be the truth, that's like that's like 10 fucking years from now. No, I told you to be nice when I was talking to you on IG. Nope. This is what I'm saying. It's too many inconsistencies in these stories. I don't get it. Like, why? This is why I have so many questions. Like, it don't make no sense. If it wasn't deep, why? I don't understand. Like, you know what I mean? Why? It ain't even like that. That's what's so crazy on my end. It ain't even like that. So that's why I'm trying to figure out what made this person feel like it needed to be like that. That's what I'm saying. When you told me what he said about his personal, he said he ain't never say that to you. Then I was like, I have a question because I think I popped you. Something was said about children. I did not tell her that. She said that on her own. So something was said about children. Wait, he said I was lying because I got all the receipts. This is what I'm saying. But why is the nigga lying now? I'm confused. Like I said, he said this is what I said. I said, why did the conversation about children come up if it wasn't that deep? I didn't say anything about that. So now I know you lying. Because she just said that out the blue. So you lying about something. Why though? Why are you lying about it? It wasn't just, I'm going to stop fucking with you. No, 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 no. I want to dig deeper because, like, when people try to manipulate motherfuckers, I don't like that shit. So, yeah, let me dig deeper so I can see, like, what's going on here. Are you a Riri or like, what? What's going on? So, why would you have that conversation with people that you don't even know? You don't even know. Like the whole personal conversation about meeting up and shit. He said that never happened. He said he never had no conversation like that with you. And I was like, that don't make sense to me. That really doesn't make any sense to me, dude. I'm being for real. None of this shit is adding up. None of this shit is adding up, bro. Like, having these type of conversations with people so early in the game don't make no fucking sense. If a person asks you for something on Monday, that means you promised something on Monday. That person checked in on Tuesday to see if you had it. You pussyfooted. So Wednesday came around. You continue, you know what I'm saying, the cha-cha slide until Thursday. He said on Thursday, you was like, woompty whoomp, right now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to play. And the nigga was like, who the fuck you think you talking to? I ain't no fucking trick. Like, that's what the nigga said that he said to you. And I was like, whether you said it or not, nigga, it took you until Thursday to say that shit. You could have just said no on Monday, bro. I don't understand that. Like, you lying about something. Something that's not making any fucking sense. And you can be done with that situation, but I'm not. Because I don't let niggas play with me like that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not done with that situation at all. Somebody here is motherfucking lying. Period, point, fucking blank. Oh, damn, hold on. Okay, yeah, it went away. I don't like being put in the middle of no shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, don't come to me because shit didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, because something fucked up happened. And if that's the case, then don't tell me that you blocking motherfuckers, you de-wrenching motherfuckers, and all this other shit. I told the nigga don't do none of that shit because why? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Why would you do that? That's stupid. Cause I knew. I was like, something ain't right here. And I knew. Why would you do that? I don't understand that. No, he didn't say he talked to you. This happened the very first day. The very first day. Before I did my live, before he did his live. This happened before that. I'm not saying he said he talked to you. He said he didn't talk to you after that. But he said when I was having the conversation with both of you, that he called you. That's all he said. He didn't say that he talked to you after that. I'm just a little confused, like, because it's like, is this what you do to women over there in your sector? You create confusion and disarray and shit, and then you walk, like, you start the fire. Okay, the house is burning, and then you're walking away from the house like you didn't light the match. That's what I don't understand. Why are you having these type of conversations with random fucking women? See, it doesn't have anything to do with me being married. It has everything to do with me being the age that I am. That type of shit, it do nothing for me. It does nothing for me. Talking about your personal, and like I said, I'm not trying to put him on blast or nothing and say exactly what he said, but talking about your personal, all the rest of that shit, all these niggas do that. I mean, he ain't the only one that did that with me. Other motherfuckers that did that shit with me. What I'm saying is, if you doing that type of shit with every woman up on here, one of these motherfuckers is gonna knock your shit the fuck up. This is what I'm saying. It did not sound right. Why in the hell would you say that to? Why would he say that to you on Thursday? What, do I look like a trick or something? Like, why would he say that to you on Thursday? If the beginning happened on Monday. That means he said something. And that brings up another issue. That brings up another issue. When you front, okay, you have to continue fronting. Your entire existence is built on a lie. And you have to continue to perpetuate that lie. And you never live in your truth. I have already dealt with that shit on this app. I've already dealt with a nigga who lied and make it seem like he got a lot of money, like he fly bitches out, and that nigga is broke as fuck. That nigga got to the two places he got on a buddy pass. Okay? Because the friends was going. Shit, one place he went, the friends was at an all-white party on a yacht. Okay? They had bad bitches drinking spilling expensive liquor on a white motherfucking suits on a yacht while you was in the room fucking a bitch. I'm just saying, I don't want to deal with that shit again. I'm sorry. That is so unnecessary. You don't even have to be that way with me. I don't need a motherfuck thing from you. I probably got way more the fuck than what you got. So I don't need nothing from you. Period. You don't have to act like that with me. And it's a misconception on this app that niggas gotta do that shit. We don't give a fuck about what you got. We don't care. So why lie? I don't understand that shit. I know you ain't talked to him since that live. He clearly, I know you haven't. That's not once did I say I was worried about that. I know for a fact you ain't talked to him since that live. Because the nigga ain't stupid. The point that I'm fucking saying is that all this other shit is what I'm tripping off of. I'm actually not tripping off of nothing that has to do with you. That was before me, so I don't care. I'm tripping off of everything that pertains to me. That whole money shit, you ain't gotta play that game with me. I don't want nothing from your ass. I mean, I was asking you for links to all of this motherfucking shit so that I was donating to you, and your moms didn't even drop the shit. They didn't even have it to drop. So, like I said, that's what irritated me. All that, I'm a big spender, I got money, all that shit, I don't need to hear that shit. You don't need to put on that persona for me. I don't care. Obviously, you going through something in your personal. If you need somebody to talk to, a counselor or whatever, I could do that. Being that I've been married as long as I have, you know what I'm saying? I could coach you through some things. All you got to do is just be honest about it. He never spoke bad about his personal to me. That's why I was shocked that he spoke bad about his personal to you. What what occurred to where he felt like he had to speak bad about his personal to you, but he didn't do that with me though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't understand that. It's weird. It's weird to me. Keep the same energy. First of all, you shouldn't be telling no female on this motherfucker that you barely know anything about your personal. That should be kept personal. If you're gonna be on this app talking to females and you's a married fucking man, you need to separate those two. Unless you fully honest and you're gonna be real with your wife. If you're not gonna be real with your wife, then why are you even speaking on her? I don't understand that. That's why I was like, why did he do that shit with you? Why did he speak about her? Because like I said, he never spoke about her, bad about her to me. Calling somebody a name ain't speaking bad. I'm just saying like that. Like I said, maybe he felt more comfortable because I am married. I don't know. You know, he didn't have to go that route. I don't know. It's just it's weird as fuck to me. It's weird as fuck to me. Like, you should have already caught the vibes. Nigga, I'm on the phone talking to you, and my husband right here. Like, you should have caught the vibes to where you should have known off the rip. None of that shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm blowing it out of proportion. I gotta keep in mind that whoever he dealt with on this motherfucker or off of this motherfucker might have scarred him. And when he met me, he met a real bitch, and he didn't know how to act. He met a motherfucker. He ain't had to do none of that shit too. I don't care about your money. I don't care about what it is you do for a living. I don't care about none of that shit. If you going through some shit or whatever, you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. You can talk to me, whatever. I'm not trying to change none of that shit. Like, I think that's what happened. He just met somebody different in me. Maybe that's what it was. And maybe he came into it fucked up and he didn't know how to clean that shit up. But as I said in that last live, I talked about this. It's real easy to clean that shit the fuck up. You just gotta start being honest about shit. And I still feel like you not honest. I still feel like you are full of shit, bruh. And no, I'm not making, like I said, I'm probably gonna throw this life away, but I'm not making nobody content. I don't need to make no motherfucking nigga content at all. That's not even what I was saying over here was motherfucking in code anyway. But I feel like the way that I feel like the way that the nigga is moving, it's real like internet ish. It's some internet shit. So, is is this based on some internet shit or is it based on some, you know what I'm saying? We cool with each other. We're doing business, we networking shit. Let me know which one it is. Like, tell me which one it is so I know where to go. I'm just confused right now. Very much so confused. Leggin, did you go to sleep on me? But on what though? Cause y'all not blocked on IG. See, that's another motherfucking lie that keeps getting told. See what I'm saying? If I'm fucking with you, you can't lie to me, dude. For real. You can't lie to me. And like I told him, all that taking her wrench and blocking her and shit, that ain't gonna do a fucking thing. Don't do that shit. That don't make no sense. Why do all of that? It's stupid. Because that's not my issue with him. My issue is not you. My issue is him. I need him to man up. I need him to put on the big boy draws. He got to put on the big boy chonies because that's not my issue with him. Whatever he lying about something that I have an issue with. But past all that, it's the current. If you're lying about shit in the beginning, you have to continue to lie to keep up appearances, and that's what I want to stop. Whatever the fuck it is that you lying about, stop right now. So that the lies do not continue. There is certain shit you do not have to tell me. I'm not asking, and you don't have to tell me. Like I told him, like he was like, I'm gonna block her on every motherfucking thing, and I'm gonna take her fucking wrench. And I was like, for what? What is that gonna do? Like I'm just confused here. If you called her while I was just simply asking a question, if you felt the need to call her to ask her if she was okay, that meant that you wanted to make sure that it wasn't look like you were bad mouthing her. So if you cared about how you looked, then what would be the fucking point of you blocking a person and de-enriching the person in your life? I don't understand that. Like, it's looking bad, G, and it's gonna look bad on me. This is what I'm saying. Don't do none of that shit because it's gonna look bad. It's gonna look like I made you do this shit. I made you block her, which is false. I made you take her wrench, which is false. I ain't making a nigga do shit. I ain't making him do shit. I don't know what was the point of it. That's the question I asked. I was very much confused. I was very confused because I was like, I don't get what's the point of that. Just don't do it because it do look bad for me, not for you, not for him. It looks bad for me. But see, this is what I'm saying. It's not for you to care. It's for me to care. See what I'm saying? Because if he does all that, it looks a certain way. It was a lot of shit that was said that I don't know. I just didn't understand none of it. People taking people riches and shit. Like, rich. I was waiting. Okay? Like, on bated breath. I just knew that shit was coming. Like, don't be taking nobody ranch, okay? Because of nothing. Because I didn't say shit. I didn't do shit. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not one of them type of females. If something is going on with me, I'm secure enough. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. This is why I keep telling the nigga, you ain't gotta lie about shit. If it was deep like that, just say it was fucking deep. Like, what you scared of? You scared I'm gonna stop talking to you or whatever? Like, of course I am. Like, what the fuck? Of course I am. Like, dude, why was come on, bro. Come on. Like, what the hell? Like, that don't make no sense. See, I, mm, all of this shit started because of his live, really. I just asked the question because, like I said, I was like, if you talk to her in that capacity, I'm finna block you. That is what I said. Okay, so listen to me. Now that you said that you ain't one of them type to care that darn much, I'm finna show you where all of this shit started, and it is because of you. Now I gotta reprimand you for this, okay? Because I asked the question, and all I needed was an answer. It turned into something else. I didn't believe what he was saying, so that's why I concurred with you to see if it matched up, and it didn't. So I was like, oh no, this nigga lying. I'm done. I'm not even trying to deal with the shit no more. Like, this some fugazi shit, and that was it. Once that situation happened, that was it. But let me tell you what you did that looked fucked up. When that nigga went live, you went over there, you hopped on his link, and you went up there and you acted like you was bothered, my nigga. And I'm sorry, I'm just gonna tell you the truth. When you hit his link, I need you to go watch his live again. Go watch his live again and listen to what you was saying up there. You were sitting up there like you was fucking bothered. And because of that, the nigga got mad at me because he wanted me to come up there like I'm some savior or something. Like me going up there was gonna stop you from talking or something. I don't know. And then he got mad. He said he wasn't mad at me, but it was the shit he was saying to me that clearly showed me that he was mad at me. And then he tried to cover it up by saying, you could have supported me by just hitting the link. And I'm like, what the fuck I'm hitting the link for? She's sitting up there talking to you about crazy ass shit, asking you where her $1,900 at and shit. The fuck I'm gonna be up there for? No, you wasn't playing with him, Courtney, because you asked him for that money. So how was you playing with him? Come on now, we adults here. Let's not do this. Like, for real, let's not do this. We grown ass women. It wasn't nothing wrong with what you did, because that's what you chose to do with him. That ain't got nothing to do with it. That situation wasn't no playing shit if you was like, where the fuck my money? And that's the reason why after that I was like, wait a minute, you promising people money and you not paying? Oh no, nigga. We can't do that. You gotta pay your debts, bro. You gotta pay your debts, homie. Keep in mind. Oh, you said no, everything else you were saying beside. Well, yeah, I know that. I'm just saying, keep in mind. Okay, so I was told that people was asking questions like, who the fuck is that? Like, why she get up there and, you know what I'm saying, was doing all that shit? Because it was very noticeable. It was very noticeable. I was trying to be low key and I was trying to say stuff in the chat that wouldn't be noticeable to everybody in the chat, but would be noticeable to y'all up there. And I was like, let's not do this. Let's have some decorum up there. Cause I was trying to like, you know what I'm saying? He was getting frustrated and shit, but he still didn't drop you. And he told me, I didn't drop her because that's rude. Like, I don't want other people to fucking see me do that shit and then they think I'm picking on a woman. I said, oh, Lord. So that's why you didn't drop her. You kept her up there because you didn't want motherfuckers to drag you over there saying that now you mean the women and you dropped her. She wasn't even, really saying, she wasn't even saying nothing bad to you. And I get that. Hold on. Damn. Can y'all hear me? Okay, yeah, there it goes. That's a good trick I just learned. And I get that you was up there to troll and be on his, and you went up there to be a problem. But what I'm telling you is that the way it looked like you was bothered, my nigga. I'm just gonna keep it real. It looked like you was bothered. You was saying stuff like, yeah, we could talk about these raggedy niggas, these bitch ass niggas. These niggas that want to talk to friends, these niggas that want to talk to people's mamas, cousins. It looked kind of funky. It really did. Because in that situation, I was mad that he was lying to me, but I damn sure wasn't finna get up there and say nothing. That's some shit that happened behind the scenes. I most definitely wasn't gonna get up there and say shit. Especially the nigga wife be in the chat. So I most definitely wasn't gonna do that. That's why I'm saying it looked a certain way. I was like, I'm not coming up there to talk about no motherfucking ladies night, nigga. I'm gonna sit down here while you get drug up there. And after your live is over, I'm gonna mind my motherfucking business. how, how she gonna get something he ain't got for her? No, I'm listening to what you said. I'm just saying other people noticed it too. Like when stuff like that happens, they notice it. That's just like even though I'm talking in code right now, if the nigga was watching this shit, he automatically gonna be like, well, damn, she dragging me again. And I just thought it was weird because after the shit, he was like, I don't play that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not your content. Don't make me content. And I'm like, but you kept her up there, bro. You kept her up there. And then I told the nigga, I said, go look at the live again. Run the live back so you could see what the fuck was actually happening. And then he ran the live back and he was like, damn, it was a bunch of shit I didn't fucking notice. And I was like, this is what I was saying. I was trying to tell you that night, but instead you wanted to make it seem like I didn't get up there. I wasn't being supportive. No, nigga, I wasn't getting up there because you were getting cooked. Period. And I'm not. How crazy do that look? You up there with somebody and she cooking you, and let's keep it real, you knew she was cooking you because you kept telling her to be. He was like, can you be quiet? You know what I'm saying? Can you go on mute? Can you go on mute? He kept saying that shit, so he knew what you was saying, and he knew what you was doing. He knew. Now, how the fuck do that look if I come up there and let's say I come up there and that shit stops? You stop doing it. Or I come up there and it's still going back and forth and I say something. It's literally gonna look like y'all is tripping and I had to come up there and I had to set it straight. It's literally gonna look like I'm your woman and I came up there to make her stop. That's what it's gonna look like. I was like, hell no, I ain't going up there. Who was talking about you? I just told you in your face I was talking about you. So how you feel like that? Like, what the fuck? I just told you right now I was talking about you. Everything that I just said is a conversation about what you did during that live. So of course I was talking about you. This is the whole reason for this entire situation. Why lie about it? Why is all of this shit going on if it wasn't that deep? If you didn't care, and if he's saying you lying on him, and none of that shit you said that he said or did happened, somebody is lying. It had to be deep. Oh, I was about to say shit. I was keeping it real. You know, I'm always keep it real. That's why this whole shit started. Cause I feel like he's taking the 20 that's on it to make it 10. He's taking it off. He's taking it off. Don't take it off. Tell the truth. Tell the truth about what you said, what you did, everything. The only reason that you would lie is because you're trying to do the same thing with me. That's my whole point. I'm I'm here to stop you, brother, to let you know that you can't do that. Like them little sweet nothings and certain shit that you say, you can't say none of that stuff to me. I'm not saying it had an effect on you. I'm saying you can't even say it to me. Don't even waste your breath. Don't even waste your breath. Leave fat, lazy ass Barbie Lush the fuck alone. It it's not gonna work. Okay? You're not gonna get through. You're not gonna get through the gate. Don't do that. That's the whole point of my conversation that I had. Don't lie about it. Be honest. If you felt some type of way, if you were walking, you know what I'm saying, down a certain path, be honest with it. Be honest with it. It was other shit too. Like, you not always open with your personal, but you had conversations with him about your personal too. Now, ask the nigga anything personal about my motherfucking ass, and guess what? He's gonna draw a blank. He's gonna draw a motherfucking blank. Who in the hell left the gate open? You see what I'm saying? Like, I been knew that my husband was in here. Well, I mean, I know he wasn't in here the whole time. You know what I'm saying? He at work, but I been knew that he might have been coming in and out or whatever. And ain't shit changed. The same conversation is the same conversation. You know why? Because I don't really keep shit like especially this. I don't keep shit like this from him. You know what I'm saying? It's this shit's just weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know you, bro. So I'm not having them type of personal conversations with you like that. But if y'all got to the point where y'all was having them personal conversations and shit, then you know what I'm saying? I'ma keep it real with you. I ain't gonna tell no business or nothing. But you know, your trials and your tribulations, Legan and I don't know about your trial. We don't know about your exact trials and tribulations. But he do though. He do. And that was another thing that we were we were sitting there like, huh? I was like, she never told me that. And he was like, well, see, I don't know. That's just what she said. And he's not even paying attention. He's not even paying attention to what I'm saying. No, it's just what I'm saying. You saying I fucked with him at that time, but that still don't make no sense. You told me that you didn't. Now you see where I'm going with this? You said that you didn't take him serious, but obviously you did. See what I'm You did. If you told him some shit about your personal, your trials and your tribulations, and me and Legan don't even know that, then yeah, obviously you did. Which negates what you told me originally. But this is what I'm saying. If you didn't take him seriously, then why did you tell him something so personal? Nah, fuck that shit. Because a person is cool, you don't tell them all your personal business. Because a person, well, like I said, me and you, we different. I don't get it. I don't. Me and him cool. I bet you he don't know my motherfucking personal though. That's what I'm saying. This is why I don't get it. It's out of the ordinary for me. That's why I don't get it. That's why I said I may be doing too much right now. I mean, I get that. I can get how you didn't take him serious, with the other shit. So y'all just, said some stuff and was in fairy tale land or whatever. I get all that. I think I understand what it is that you're saying. I'm just saying, if two people ain't fucking with each other, then there should be no conversations being had about meeting up with each other. There should be no conversations had about flying nobody out, which we all know that's bullshit. But that should have never happened. But if you remember, that's what you told me. And that nigga said you was capped. All I'm saying is, do you see where I'm going with this? This is where the confusion comes in. I don't care because, like I said, this shit happened before. I don't even know if this shit. I don't know no more. I don't know if this was before, during. I don't fucking know. The whole point is I don't understand why a motherfucker gotta lie about some shit. If he was having them type of conversations with you, that's what I'm saying. You said he said that, and that nigga said you lying on him. I got him to admit the talk about the children. I got him to admit that. First, he lied about it, but I got his ass to admit it. But then he tried to Sprite remix that shit and say something else. Say that you he asked you the question, and it dived into that, and I was like, huh, like what? Listen, ladies, a nigga is playing you. If these things happen, if you ain't talked to this nigga long enough and this nigga is talking about having babies with you, he is playing you. If a nigga is telling you, I'll buy you whatever you want, all you gotta do is ask, you will never want for nothing, and you barely know this motherfucking nigga, he is playing you. He is playing you. If a motherfucker got a situation going on at home with his personal and he says negative things about the people that's in his personal, he is playing you. He is playing you. Well, I mean, let's keep it real. This this shit may not be deep, but that shit that I saw on his panel, that made it deep. I'm just gonna keep it real. You blowing this shit the fuck off, but when you was up there on his fucking panel, you was acting like you was bothered, bro. And I can't do nothing but be real. If I'm gonna do one thing in my entire fucking life, I'm gonna always motherfucking call it like it is, and I'm gonna tell the fucking truth, no matter who I am to you, no matter how much I love you, no matter how much I care. At least I'm gonna be honest. It Now that you saying that you was trolling him and that's all that it was, then that's what it was. I'm just saying it looked like you was a little bothered. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know nobody that would have got up there and did all that shit. This is a stranger. In my personal opinion, 4 months is not long enough. 4 months on the internet type of shit, y'all ain't touched each other or met each other. Like, do you know his dad's name? Do you know his dad's name? Do you know the story about his dad? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like there was not enough time, especially when you're on the internet and you haven't met that person. It was not enough time to build no deep rooted ass connection with no person to where, you know what I'm saying, none of that shit. I just didn't get it. I just didn't get it. So obviously I felt like he did something. He said something to you that made you feel some type of way. And I want to know what it is because you ain't finna do that over here. I'm finna stop you where you're standing. I'm finna stop you from doing that with all women on here. I'm gonna stop you from doing that shit with all women. No, I get it. You told me that you were trolling. What I'm saying is that in this situation, like how I'm talking, it may come off like I'm bothered, but I'm not. What it is I'm not finna let no nigga play me like that. Sorry. You ain't finna have me out my body. You not finna have me trolling you or playing with you. Nigga, you finna get seriousness out of me. Don't fuck with me like that. Period. Get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit. I ain't got shit to laugh at. I ain't got shit that's fucking funny. I ain't got shit to be playing games with you. Nigga, we only got a, a few years left on this motherfucking earth, okay? And with the way this shit is going, this whole country might blow the fuck up with the people that's in the motherfucking White House. I'm not finna waste not one motherfucking minute playing with your ass, nigga. This is not Fisher Price, nigga. This is not fucking Nintendo, Sega, or none of that other shit. You can't play me like no console. I ain't got time for it. I'm not a playground. This ain't McDonald's, nigga. I'm sorry, but I take my mind, my soul, my heart, my crotch. I take all that shit serious. You ain't finna play with me like that. This shit funny games to other motherfuckers. I don't do this shit with my real life, so I'm damn sure not finna do this shit on here. This is my point that I'm making. This is why I ask the questions I ask. Because if this motherfucker is one of those people, then guess what? If this nigga's an energy vampire, I'm Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm just being real about it. This is the weirdest shit that it happened like this year. This even beats the other shit. Like I never thought, and I'm not trying to talk bad about him. Okay, I'm not. Y'all know I'm cool with you, boo. Okay, we ain't got no issues. You feel me? We straight. But this situation is worse than this. And I never thought anything. Take this fucking bullshit down. I never thought anything would be crazier than that. But this didn't top that. Yes, you guys, girl, no. Oh my goodness. Go ahead, both of you, cause she's asleep. Go. It's okay, mom. Both of you. Nah. Let me see if it messed up my audio. It did. I gotta stop that shit from going off so it'll stop messing up my audio. But you said you was playing a show and I'm confused because you said you're trying to play with him now. You said you hung up. Okay, yeah, you confused. No, she hung up with him like this was like in the beginning. This was in the beginning of the situation. He went live like the next day, I think. So all this shit is old. Now I'm gonna keep it okay. I'm gonna just say this, Courtney, you contradicting yourself right now. And like I said, girl, you contradicting yourself right now. All of this stuff that you saying in my life is bullshit because you told me something different in private. Now, When we play the game where we make Orion look crazy, that's when I have a problem. Orion's not crazy. Orion's very smart. Um, and what you saying right now in this chat ain't what you said in private. So yeah, let's stop. Let's stop. Like I said, this is not a live to expose nobody. This is not a live to even bring up, you know what I'm saying, that shit that my issue is with him. Okay. You ain't got nothing to do with that. My issue is with him and the fact that he feels the need to tell fibs when I keep telling him he doesn't have to. You can be honest about all of that stuff. It's listen, it's not about you saying that you was done and you wasn't tripping because you said that and then you hopped on his panel. So that confused me. And then, you know what I'm saying, you said you ain't thought about that man since, but you said that you was gonna canoodle with certain people that don't like him. So I'm a little confused here. Which one is it? And see, this is the reason why I didn't want to say any of this shit because I don't have to fight over no niggas. If I want a nigga, he's mine. I don't have to fight over no nigga. That's not what's happening right now. And I don't want it to look that way. I have a whole nigga. I got in-house dick. I don't need to be worried about nothing on here, off here, nothing. So I'm not. That's not what this is. I'm just saying that you kind of lying right now, and I'm trying to figure out why. Like the same issue that I have with him is kind of like the issue I'm having with you right now. And I know that you have issues with remembering stuff, so that's the reason why I'm not really tripping off of it. But you just said something, and it's different from what you're saying right now. That's not what I said. I was talking about me. I didn't say you. I can't speak for you. I'm just saying I don't want it to look like that because that's not what's happening. Um, that's not what's happening here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that y'all both contradicting yourselves. Y'all both saying different shit. That's all. This is this is something that, you know what I'm saying, in my free time I talk about and we laugh about. So it really ain't that serious. I know. I know you confused. She said I'm confused. It's okay. Just you'll catch on. It ain't really nothing going on. It's just I was explaining like my whole reasons for doing my investigation. You know what I mean? You know, I like to thoroughly vet the people that are around me. So that's the reason why I was the investigation thing even have you know how the whole 1900 thing is. You know, we was playing when we said that fucking shit. So it really wasn't serious, but the more he said stuff, the more I was like, huh? And I kind of scratched my head. You know what I mean? So it kind of bothered me a little bit. Like, what's the reason? Why? Like, why? You don't have to do none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I have said that. I ain't fucking with him. I ain't contradicting anything. Okay, so Courtney, what you said was I was really feeling him. Like I really liked him. Like, what the fuck? This is bullshit. But yet you said that you weren't taking him serious. See what I'm saying? I ain't trying to use your own words, you know what I'm saying, to prove a point. But that is what you said though. So now do you see the confusion? I had to get that shit straight because of you saying that. Like, well, wait a minute. What the fuck is you doing, nigga? Like, don't come over here with that bullshit. If y'all had something deep, then I don't understand. I don't get it. Yes, go ahead. You don't have to ask little boy. I'm taking this to a place it shouldn't. What the fuck? How am I taking this to a place that it shouldn't?
Because I mean, you saying the stuff that you saying now,
You said it. What the fuck?
the far as far as what I'm saying is that I don't fuck with him. Yeah, I told you. Oh yeah, the whole time I told you. Oh yeah, that's my boo. Yeah, I fuck with him and blah blah blah. Yeah, and I did at that time. The whole time I told you. Oh yeah, that's my boo. Yeah, I did at that time. And but after that, no, I don't fuck with him. And I've been saying that. I even said that on your live. And your live was after his, right? Or right before his or something. I
No,
don't even remember.
my life was after his.
Right. And so I have not talked to that man since then. So I was fucking with that man to play because he was came over here, didn't hit the link, and be a man and talk to both people. So I went over there to troll his ass. And then he asked me to come up on the link and he asked you. So I didn't come on there to be bothered or to do anything at all because I didn't give a fuck.
Okay, so
To me, none of this is a competition. I'm not in competition with no female. I don't care.
can't no bitch on this earth or on here be in competition with me. So that didn't even cross my mind. So we can kill that.
Exactly. Hey, no, I'm not on competition with no female. Never had to be and never will be. So it ain't even got nothing to do with that. I ain't have no beef with you. And I said, I'm cool with him. I'm just not going to be cool with him in that way. I said I will still support you sometimes, but I am not fucking with you. That's what I said. And I said
But
that on this live. And I
everything
have
that you're
not
saying
talked
right
to him
now
or
has
said
nothing
anything
to do
about
with
him
what I
since.
just said. Everything you saying right now don't have a goddamn thing to do with what the fuck I said.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Because you're saying that I'm contradicting myself and I'm
You
not.
are. You
I'm
are. And
definitely
I just
not.
said why you are. I
Because
just said why you are.
no, because I'm not. Because when I fucked with him then, everything is always my fault. You always believe in these stupid ass niggas. It's
Damn, I can't
not.
hear you because my
I said
fucking
you be
notification came
believing
in.
these stupid ass niggas. And then everybody be bandwagoning and shit. That's why people act the way that they act and say stupid shit because they see people that are close to me and that are supposed to
Leggy,
be
can
my
you hear her?
friends.
Because I can't hear her.
And they see people that's close to me and supposed to be my friends say little slick shit that ain't the truth.
I can't hear anything.
Can people in the audience hear me?
Okay, we can hear you now.
I said, this is why people do the stuff that they do, talk to me the way that they do, is because people that's supposed to be my friends or whatever close to me outside of here know everything about me and all of that stuff do this shit.
Do what shit? Please explain.
Like, make it seem like everything is my fault. Like, Nick,
How am I
I didn't
blaming you?
call
I'm
that
blaming
man
him. How am I blaming you? I'm blaming him.
because that's what it's coming off as.
No, you're taking it like that because you feel some type of way. I don't give a fuck. I'm just letting you know right now. This is Orion now talking. I'm just letting you know because that's not what the fuck I'm saying. If I had an issue and if I wanted to blame you, I would just straight up blame you, straight lace.
But
That's
I
not what
mean,
I'm doing.
people want to believe these niggas. Like these niggas are fucking liars. Like I don't care what
Who's
this
the
man
people? Who's
said.
the people
I
though?
don't
Who's
care
the
what he
people?
said. That I
Who's
mean
the people, my
anybody. But
nigga?
I'm just
Who's
saying
the fucking
people.
people?
People
Who's
on
the
this
fucking
app.
people?
People on this app want to
Nah,
believe
nah.
what
Ain't
niggas
no people.
say
Nah,
all the
ain't no people on
time.
this app. Say
Like
what you gotta say
instead
with
of
your chest. Who's
believing,
the fucking
instead of
people?
believing instead of believing the correct person. Like people been doing this all the time. Like, damn,
Okay,
what do I
so
have to lie about a nigga for? What do I have to lie about anything for? It's not that deep to me. I haven't thought about this situation. I haven't said
Okay.
nothing about this situation since then. I was playing and being and trolling and being funny
And you said that. Now,
Friday.
now listen. Now listen.
And I haven't said nothing else.
Now listen here, okay? So that you can understand. If I'm asking him these questions, it's because I feel some type of way. It's because I feel that he's lying. You understand what I'm saying? This is why the questions was asked, and this is why I didn't do this shit behind your back. I did it in your face because I felt he was lying. So how did all of this get turned into a I'm blaming you situation? If both of y'all telling me stories and they not adding the fuck up, what I'm supposed to just sit back here and be like, oh, you? Well, I don't
I
care.
don't know how mine ain't adding up because I don't care. That I don't care. If I cared, I wouldn't talk to you. If I cared, I wouldn't be over here right now. If I cared, I mean, 'cause I don't.
I'm just
So,
confused on why. If you cared, you wouldn't talk to me. I ain't fuck with that nigga. He fucked with me.
okay, but I'm just saying, if I cared, if it was a problem, I wouldn't talk to you.
Now, what is Legan talking about in the chat?
So, I mean, I don't know. So, I don't care about none of it. I try to stay out of shit. Okay? I have issues that I have dealing with my own personal shit and being in hospitals, doing all this other stuff. Like, I have my own shit. And I'm not gonna sit here and argue with people that I have been cool with for years
I'm not
and
arguing with you.
and
I'm
all of
just
this
telling the
type of stuff
truth.
over some YouTube nigga that ain't shit.
And see this. Do you hear what you just said? Do you hear what you just said?
Yeah, I said I'm not gonna argue about over a YouTube nigga that ain't shit.
So let's get it straight. I'm not arguing with you. I don't have to. I don't have to. If this was really like that, what am I arguing with you for? I got the nigga. So I'm just confused.
Okay, and
Why
then
would I
see,
argue with
whenever
you?
you do shit like that, that's just
Why
like
would I?
throwing shots at
It's the
me.
truth, nigga.
Okay, it's
It's the
fine.
fucking
Like
truth,
I
nigga.
don't throw shots at you. I
You
don't do none of
did.
that type
You
of
said we were
shit.
arguing
But
over a
you
nigga,
always
and I just
that does not
corrected you.
have
I'm
that's
not
not
arguing over
throwing
nobody
shots
that I
at you.
got.
I said I'm not going to
Girl,
throw
no.
shots with somebody I've known for a year. I said I'm not going to throw punches or whatever, have smoke with somebody that I've known over years for no YouTube nigga. That's not throwing no shots. That's giving you accolades because I'm not gonna do that with you. But you wanna go ahead and you wanna always do shit and say slick shit, nigga. Like, nigga, damn. I ain't never said nothing negative or said anything slick about you fucking ever. At
Girl,
point blank period. But you think that you can do that shit to me all the time. And I
if
love
you feel
you
that way, if
and,
you
and I
feel that
love
way,
you, but you do that shit. Like,
if you feel that
what the
way,
fuck was the point of you even saying you got the nigga? I don't care.
if you feel that way,
I mean, I don't care. So
you
you
said
trying
it.
to throw
You
shots
said
at
it.
me.
I'm not fighting over no motherfucking nigga.
Uh,
What the fuck I gotta fight over
I did
niggas for?
not say that. I
I
was
don't
giving you
understand that. It's
accolades.
like,
I said, I am not fighting with someone that I've known for these years and I love and is my bestie. I'm not fighting with somebody over a YouTube nigga who not shit. So I was telling you that that is not what this is. This is not what this is. But then you're gonna say some rude ass slick shit.
that's not rude or slick. It's the truth. So,
It's not the
next,
truth.
next,
It's like rude ass liquor, like
next.
you throwing shots at me. That's what it's gonna make people. That's what people say all the time
How am I
that
throwing
you
shots
do.
at you? It's the truth. I'm just confused
That's
here.
what people say to me all the time.
I'm just confused here. How am I throwing
Is
shots?
that
It's
you
the
be
truth.
trying that you be throwing like all these weird little slick little shots at me?
Well, like I said, if that's how you feel, you already know where you gotta go. I mean, I don't give a fuck about all that crybaby ass shit. If you feel that's what the fuck I do, why the fuck you in my face?
I did not say
Like for
that.
real though. I don't
Oh
give a
my
fuck about
God,
who say. I
you're
don't give a
not
fuck.
listening
Hold
to what
on
I'm
now. Hold
saying.
hold the fuck
You're not
on.
listening to what I'm saying
I don't
because I
have
didn't
to.
say that.
I don't
I
give a fuck
said
who
people
said it,
have
nigga.
said
That's just
that.
like everybody.
But
Hold on.
I
Do you
am
hear
up
me?
here right
Excuse me.
now because
Excuse me.
I
You
care.
said what you
Because
said.
you're my
You
bestie
said
and
what
that
you
I
said, and
loved
now let
you.
me say what the fuck I got to
What the
say. I
fuck?
let you speak. I'm not trying to drop you. I let you speak. Just by you even saying that is a problem. Courtney, everybody tells me to don't fuck with you no more. Everybody says you a problem. You bring problems everywhere that you fucking go.
Problem.
And I still fuck with you. Have I told you this? No. Have I said
Yeah, you
anything?
have.
No.
You told me that.
When? When did I tell you that?
You told me that when that broad said it, but she was the real problem. You told me all these people that are saying this people
How
are
did
the
I
actual
tell you
problem.
that if that was told to me and that person was actually trying to look out for you at that time? I'm confused here.
No, no,
See what I'm saying? See how you trying to flip shit?
no, they wasn't. Not
Whoever the
that.
fuck it is that you talk to could say what the fuck ever. They can't fuck with me. And you can go wherever the fuck they asses is at. Because I don't
No,
give a fuck. I'm
but
just letting you know. Girl, you done pissed me off tonight, girl, please.
I'm not saying that in a bad way.
Don't
I'm
insult me.
saying that I don't feel that way because I'm up here. Like, damn, you be taking stuff like to the left, to the left, to the far. And that's not what I'm saying. Like, listen to what I'm saying. That's I'm saying that's what people were saying. But
How am I
I'm not
taking shit
saying
to the
that.
left?
But I'm not saying that because I'm up here speaking to you, the person that I so called that
I
is so
gotta
called
clear
my
out that
friend and
damn.
that I love
Hold
and that's
on.
my sis and my
I gotta
bestie.
clear it out.
I'm saying that
Okay, there we
because
go.
I'm up here. So people are saying these type of things to me, but I am up here because I fuck with you the long way and I love you.
I'm
So
so
and
confused.
I'm
People
not fixing to
say
let
this
no
and people
nigga.
say that. Who's the people?
I'm
It's
not
the
gonna
people that
let.
it's the people that call you a hoe. Is it the people that call you a hoe?
See, here we
Because I'm
go.
a little confused here. I'm a little confused here. Who's the people? Is it the people that be attacking you?
Here we go.
Yeah,
Nobody's attacking me anymore. Nobody's doing
yeah,
none of that stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, it was not none of those people.
You
And
were
then
just
I mean,
attacking
why do you
today.
have to bring this stuff up? That's not nothing to do with this.
You
See, this
shouldn't
is
have
what I'm
said it.
saying.
You
It's
shouldn't have
nothing to
said it
do
if
with
you didn't
this.
like
I have
my
not said
response.
nothing bad
You
about
shouldn't have
you.
said it if
Oh
I didn't like.
God.
Listen, all that crybaby shit, I ain't here for it. You shouldn't have
Ain't,
said it
ain't
if
nobody
you didn't
crying,
want
baby.
my
Who
response.
crying?
You shouldn't have said it if you didn't want my response.
Said what?
Like I said, I ain't
I
never
am
told
just
you not a
telling
mother.
you, I'm
I ain't
telling
never
you that
told you what
regardless of
motherfuckers
what
tell me about
anybody,
you.
oh my God.
I ain't never said nothing. And motherfuckers actually be saying it like out loud. And I've never agreed. I've never agreed.
I ain't never agreed either. That's the whole
I'm not
point
saying
I'm
that you did.
telling you. That's the whole point I'm telling you. I ain't never agree with none of that stuff either. That's why I'm up here because I fuck with you the long way. Then I love you, and I said, and I'm not just to argue and take this stuff over a YouTube nigga. That's not shit. But then saying stuff like, "Oh, I ain't got to worry about it because I got him."
That's not what I said. I said
Okay,
I don't have to fight over no fucking nigga that
it's
I have.
cool.
So why would I be fighting you? I
I
don't
mean, it's cool.
do you
But
understand?
I'm
Hold
just
on.
saying that I'm not doing that. I
Take
was
a
giving you
second
accolades because I
to
don't care.
comprehend. Hold on,
But
take a
I'm just saying because
second.
I don't care.
That doesn't matter. Take a second to comprehend what I said. You said I don't have to fight over a YouTube nigga.
Hey, I'm not, and I
Right.
don't have
No, no,
to, and I
wait, now
will
wait a minute. Now
never
wait a
do
minute.
that.
My response was that's even absurd to say because why would I be fighting over something that's already mine? There's no reason for me to fight you. You're not in the equation. So why would I fight you? That's not what's happening right now. I'm actually dragging him. This is what I don't understand. I'm dragging him. All this shit I talked to him about. It's about the shit he is lying about. And the proof is what you said. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, don't take anything back because I'm using your own words to show that he's fucking lying. So I'm just a little confused here. There wouldn't have been a reason for you to say we fighting over. You don't have to fight over no YouTube nigga. There wouldn't have been no reason for that because that's not what's happening here.
No, I was just saying
And
so
I was just
nobody would
telling you
feel,
that I don't have to fight you over
so
somebody that
nobody
you
would
don't have.
feel
So
like
that
that.
I'm
Oh
confused here. What did
God.
I say that was wrong?
Okay, it's fine.
Is it not the fucking truth? What did I say that was wrong? I'm confused here. Now, my husband is watching because he called me while we were up here. Baby, drop down. I mean, I understand that you my husband, but you gonna tell me when I'm wrong. Am I tripping? Or did she not say she doesn't have to fight over no YouTube nigga?
But I'm not
And
saying,
my
I was
response
saying that
was,
I'm not doing
there's
that
no
with
reason for me
you.
to fight over him either because
Right.
you don't have him.
Ugh, but that's not what I'm saying.
But that's
I
what
was,
I'm saying. I
see, you're
rebutted.
saying it in a negative light.
How is that negative when it's the
I
fucking truth? The
I am
fuck?
saying,
The
this is
fuck?
what all I was saying was, I
Girl,
love
stop.
you. You're my bestie. You're my friend. I would never fight you over a YouTube nigga. And I wouldn't want nobody to think that I was fighting you over a YouTube nigga.
And I would
So
never
that's
fight
why I
any bitch
said that.
over any nigga. Not even that nigga that's down here in the fucking chat. I'm not fighting no bitch over
That's
this
why I
nigga
said
either.
what I said. It wasn't nothing to be negative. It wasn't nothing like that. I just wanted people to know that I am not arguing with you and that this is not what that is. And I'm saying we're just having a conversation. That's why I said what I said. I wasn't saying it in no negative light. Wasn't saying it in nothing.
I'm, this, I'm not gonna be. I'm not looking at nothing
But
down here.
sometimes you take things and make things more than what it is. Like,
No, I'm just listen. The way that I respond is the way that I respond. It's cute though that you would be upset about my response. That's on you. My response is what it is, and it would be the same response for anybody. I'm gonna use it again, Leggett, so don't get mad. You know, last time I said something and we've been laughing about it ever since. But if Leggett did this, my response would be the same to her. The only reason why you took it as a shot, pay attention now, because like I said, I don't think you're paying attention to what you're actually saying up here. You shouldn't have taken that as a shot. What you said was, I don't have to fight over no YouTube nigga. And I
exactly.
said
And
the
I'm saying
same
I'm not
thing.
going to fight with, I'm not. I
And
don't
your
have to
reason,
fight
wait a
over
minute,
with
and
you.
your reason was because I'm your bestie. Basically, it's stupid. So that's been established, okay? That we don't need to be fighting over shit because we're best friends or whatever. I rebutted and I said, well, shit, I don't need to fight over no YouTube nigga either. I mean, what am I fighting over? I already got him. I'm just confused here. What was wrong with what I said? It's an issue with you. That's why you took it that fucking way. You shouldn't have taken it that way. Because it's the truth. And it wasn't to harm you or anything. You must have felt some fucking way when I said it. You cannot use reverse psychology on me, sweetheart. I do this for a living.
Ain't nobody trying to, girl, ain't nobody trying to use reverse
See what
psychology.
I'm saying? Y'all are y'all paying attention to this? Because
Ain't nobody trying to use reverse psychology. I was just saying that I didn't want people to think that I was trying to argue with you or none of that stuff. So that's why I said what I said. I'm not a problem. People bring problems to me. I wouldn't have even had this issue, like, at all, point blank, if nobody would came to me with it. Like, there wouldn't be no issue. I am fine. I have been living my life. I have been in the freaking hospital, freaking dang near dying. Okay? So I don't understand all the shit that be going on, what be going on here and there, because I don't care.
you
Because
know,
I have
and another thing, please stop this. You you know exactly what's going on. I'm y'all.
I know exactly what's going on now
My
because I just got
no,
into
you
your
knew
live
from
in
the
the
beginning. No,
conversation.
no, no. You knew from the beginning because, like the friend that I am, I let you know. So I ain't trying to hear this shit. You doing too much right now, and this is
From
the reason why I talk to you the
from the
way that I talk to you.
beginning,
Because this is the reason why I talk to
you
you the
let
way
me
that I
know from
talk
the
to you.
beginning what?
Girl, you doing too much right now, bruh. You are.
No, you're actually doing too much. I'm actually having a conversation. You said that you let me know from the beginning. We're beginning about who?
Girl, stop. Girl, stop. You've already said it. You like literally you've already made yourself look weird. I
What?
wouldn't, I wouldn't know anything about this if it wasn't brought to me. So,
Right.
me
You
asking you a
brought it
question
to
about
me the
me
same
asking you a
day.
question. Hold on, me asking you a question about a nigga that you claim that you was talking to that's trying to talk to me is a problem. Yeah. Okay. See,
No,
you
I didn't.
you never
Oh my God.
you
I didn't
never
say it
pay
was a
attention to what you
problem.
say. You never pay attention to what you say.
No, I do
You just
pay.
mad that you get checked when you say stupid shit. That
I
ain't on
ain't
me.
said,
I'm
oh my
sorry. That's the way
fucking
I would feel.
God.
That's how I am in real
I
life.
ain't said nothing stupid. I was just saying, see, this is what, quit calling, I'm not stupid. And I didn't say anything stupid. This is what I was saying. I was just saying that as far as with that, you didn't even tell me until this was later on down the line, not the beginning. Don't make it seem like I knew it when me and him first started having a conversation.
He didn't
It
tell
was
you anything. He didn't tell you anything.
right. So I didn't know that.
But
So
you just said he told you.
no, I didn't. Told
You
me
just said
what?
that. You
That
just
you
said he
talked to
didn't
him?
tell you anything.
No, I said he didn't tell me anything as far as like if you was talking to him when I first met him. That's what I said. So if when I first started talking to him, if he was talking to you, I didn't know that. I didn't know that until you just asked me the question whenever that was last week or whenever 2 weeks ago or however long it was.
And
Like
that's not what I asked you.
that's the only time that I've heard about that. And so if y'all were talking before that, I didn't know because
But that
nobody
doesn't
told me.
matter. Like me talking to him, you talking to him, none of that shit matters. What matters is if this nigga is fucking lying, baby. I don't, baby, baby. I'm telling you this. This is
So
coming
what do
from the
you
heart.
mean? I'm saying like
Hold on.
stupid shit and all this
Let
other
me
type of
address
stuff.
my
That's
husband.
crazy to me. That's weird. Like,
Let me
cause
address my husband.
I'm just telling you, like, I didn't even know. So how is that stupid? Like,
That's not the point. Damn. Let me address my husband real quick. We do look stupid right now. I will give you that, baby. But like I said, this has turned into something else, and now we have to see it into we have to see it into fruition. I mean, it's too late. What that girl be saying, we here now. So it is what it is. None of that matters, and this is what I was trying to establish. None of that matters, okay? Because I ain't talking to the nigga. So like I said, none of that matters. What matters is that he's a fucking liar. And if this is what you're
exactly.
doing to people, but that's the whole point of this, though. This is why I'm saying it got lost in translation. He's a fucking liar, and the whole point is to stop his ass from lying, not just here in this position, but permanently. Because this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is not a situation. I've kept you updated on this shit every step of the way, and I guess now that's a problem.
No, I didn't. I didn't say that's the problem because you said that people said I'm a problem. I'm not. People, the only time there's something that happens or something that goes on is when people come to me and tell me things. That's all I said. I
But
didn't
that's what I'm
say
saying.
that.
So I
I
came
didn't
to
say
when I
that.
told you if this man was talking to you in a sexual way, beware because he's trying to talk to me. That was a problem.
No, I don't care about. That's good that you tell me, and I'm glad that you tell me because we are besties like that. But I'm just saying this stuff for me because you made it seem like I'm an issue when I'm not. I get tired of people saying that.
How did
It's
I make you seem like an
people,
issue? I didn't do that.
people bring stuff to me, and then when I say something about it, or when I'm the problem.
I'm just so confused here because I didn't bring anything to you. This actually pertained to you. I'm
When you
confused
asked
here.
me the question, it brought it to me because I didn't know it.
So, newsflash, everybody: if somebody is playing on her, don't tell her because
That is not what
this
I'm
might
saying. See,
what
this is
happened.
what I'm saying. You be taking stuff and taking and twisting it and twisting
But
it and twisting it.
no,
That's
that is
not
what
what
you
I'm
just
saying at
said.
all. I'm just
That
saying,
is what you just said.
I am just saying that I did not know about it until you brought it to me. So whenever something, I'm not a problem. I'm not the issue. When somebody brings me to something and I say something about it, that's what it is.
Okay, so
I
you
don't
are
bring
realizing.
I
Wait a
don't do
minute.
stuff like that to people.
You
I
are
don't do
realizing that you are saying shit that was never said by me. I never called you a problem. I never said you was the issue. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about right now. And it's really starting to grind my gears because we're getting off basis because you talking about shit that didn't happen tonight. You didn't hear me call you a problem or say that you was the
you
issue. So
you
what the fuck are you talking about?
you said that. Okay.
Girl,
So
please.
you
No,
said
I
that
didn't.
people said that I was a problem and that I
No,
always cause
people told me to
issues.
stop fucking with you because you bring shit to fucking people. That's what I said.
And I don't.
So there you go. I didn't call you a problem. I didn't say you was the issue. I
That
rebutted from what the fuck you said. You said people told you basically to stop fucking with me because I talk to you crazy. But I'm sorry, I'm an alpha bitch. Either you get with it or you get lost. I'm not ever gonna lie to you about fucking nothing. You and I have gotten into it for real. I'm just keeping it real. So if people think I'm supposed to baby your grown ass, that ain't happening. I got 5 kids. Them the only motherfuckers I should be babying. I should not be babying a grown ass motherfucker. That is ridiculous.
and
I don't
that's
hold nobody hand.
that's why I said I'm still, and that's why I was telling you I'm still here. And Leggin, see the stuff that you be saying sometimes, I think you be confused and be thinking stuff is different than what it is
This
because
is
some of
this is why you shouldn't pay attention to what is happening in the chat. When things like this happen, it does confuse her. She don't know what the fuck is going on. All she knows is that we are clearly getting into it. And you already know that's my hitter. So if 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 man is down, she gonna be there. Period. You
but
already know that's what's gonna happen.
not against me though because I don't be see this is what I'll be talking about.
She's not
So
against you. She just, like I said, this is confusing her. This is confusing her.
well, for one, like I said, I don't care about this situation. I have not talked about this situation. I forgot about the situation. All the stuff that I had said about the situation was the truth. Um, I have no reason to lie for a nigga over a nigga, none of that type of shit. And most of the time, whenever shit keep coming out, y'all realize the fuck I be telling the motherfucking truth.
And this is
So
why we did this live tonight.
and
You see
so
my point? It was never about dogging you. It basically was about dogging him. But at the same time, when you're in the chat and you're basically saying shit like, oh, well, I don't give a damn. I stopped giving a damn about this person. Boom, boom, boom. That negates some of my worry. If I'm sitting up here saying what I'm saying, like, well, he said this, and I know it's not true because you said something different. These are the examples that I have. When you come in the chat after I just said that and then you say you didn't say that, yeah, I'm not a liar. So of course I'm going to point it out. Hey, you didn't say that. You said something different.
but
Bottom
when
line.
I was saying that though, when I said anything about oh I fucked with him and he was cool, that I'm talking about more about the beginning. And then when
Yeah,
I
but that
said
I didn't have an
and
issue
when
with
I
that. That's not what I'm talking
and
about.
then when I said things like um what the fuck? There was something I was gonna say. When I said that, well, everything I said was more towards the beginning. Oh, yeah, yeah. When I said that I decided not to take him seriously, I didn't. That's why it was never nothing nothing more, and that's why I don't care.
Okay, so
That was
question.
towards that was towards that was towards the end. Like,
Now listen carefully, because like I said, all this is not a me versus you, but I'm finna low key vindicate
mm,
myself real quick. So let's say that that's it. Had you told me from the beginning that, oh, I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? I'm not taking him serious, he's this, he's that. None of this shit would have occurred. I would have never asked the questions past that point. I wouldn't have cared. It just would have been the end of it. And, nothing else would have happened. So let me refresh your memory. While all this was happening, even after I asked all the questions, you and I was talking, these are your words. Oh, well, he said this to me and that about flying me out and the shit about having his baby. I
mm,
really liked him. Like, he's a cool ass dude. Like, I was really feeling him. Like, I hate that this is happening. So when you say shit like that to me, that pisses me off, because it's like, why the fuck is you trying to fuck with me and you was deep in with my friend like this? So now I gotta body your ass. Do you not see this? Then we go over to his chat. You hop on the link. You saying all this shit. The $1,900 come up. That's further proof that y'all was in deep or whatever. If you felt comfortable asking him that and he felt comfortable saying that he had it. Then we go over. I'm at pick and choose, minding my business. I tell you that's where I'm at. I tell you this, dude, they dragging the nigga in the chat. This shit is funny as fuck. You come over there, you start talking to all the people, and then you come back to me and you say, I'm finna fuck with all his enemies. I'm just saying, what the fuck do this look like, dude? If you don't care about the nigga, why are you trying to fuck with the nigga enemies? So, like I said, that right there is further proof that this nigga done did some foul ass shit. And he using me to play a part in some foul ass shit.
I mean, well, I did say that, but I was just being funny because I didn't
That
realize.
don't matter if you said it or you was being funny.
I
See,
didn't
once
realize
again,
how
you not,
hated the nigga was until I went
girl,
over
no.
there.
You still not
So
paying attention, man. Like I said, you still laughing at this shit and you still not paying attention. You not looking at what the fuck you putting out there. You not looking at the shit. Let's say that I was fucking with this nigga, which I'm not. I am a happily married woman. But if
mm,
I'm fucking with this nigga, here you are, you hopping on links, you dragging them. This shit is, you doing too much. Because at this point now, it's established that we fucking with each other. So you shouldn't be saying nothing about the nigga. But you still are. And then you go all the way over there.
you a
I
lie.
called you over there. And then you talking about you finna fuck with the nigga enemies to spite him. For what if you don't care about the nigga? So it all looks crazy.
It don't look. Well, I mean,
Yeah, dude.
no, it don't because you know how I am. You know I'm funny. I haven't done that. You know, I said that to be funny that day because that was the day of the situation. I have not said anything to you about that since. I have not done
That's
anything
not
like
the
that.
point.
But
Okay,
I
so
was being funny,
no. So I'll give
trolling.
you another scenario. Hold on. Let me give you another scenario. And I'm going to stress the point that that's not what's happening here. But let me give you another scenario. So like I said, what if I really was fucking with this nigga, right? And you doing all of this shit. I'm looking at you like, why you so invested in my nigga? Why you invested in him enough to hop on his link and do all that fucking shit? Why you invested in this nigga to where you going up over here to other people's shit talking about you finna fuck with his enemies and shit? Why are you fucking with my nigga, bro? Now do you understand what the fuck I'm saying? See? It looks bad on all parts. It looks like, damn, what the fuck did this nigga say to you to for you to want to even do all of this shit? It's something bigger, it's something deeper, and I don't want to be a part of it. He's wrong for that shit. And on the other hand, if it was like that, why you doing this shit? I'm just confused. It could be taken both ways. And this is what you fail to realize. And then I'm just gonna keep it real with you. Your comment you just made, the comment that you made up here. Oh, I don't have to fight over no YouTube nigga. I don't either because who am I fighting? Who am I fighting over him? I got him. So who would I be fighting? He and you laughing about it. See, you bothered, motherfucker. Like I said, this shit weird.
What?
I'm finna
I'm
drop
not
you.
bothered about nothing. I'm
I'm finna
laughing
drop
at your
you.
comments because it's
I'm just saying,
funny.
you acting weird right now.
Oh my
Ain't shit
God.
about this funny to me, homie.
That's how you know that I laugh and I think
Nah,
that's just what I
nah,
do. And
nah.
I think it's funny because it's just
Nah,
funny.
look at
It-
Megan. Nah,
Like
nah.
y'all making it more than what it is. I don't care.
No, you made it more than what it is when you hopped on his link. You made it more than what it is when you went over there to pick and choose, talking about you finna fuck with his enemies. No, your ass
I
made it
was
more.
just
Girl,
joking.
stop.
I have not done that.
Girl, please.
I have not done that.
You did all that shit I just said you
So
did.
I was just joking. I ain't been to none of them people's lives. I ain't done
It's easy to
nothing.
say I'm just joking. I know.
I was just joking when I
It's
told you that. I
it's
was
easy to
being
say
funny
I'm just
because it was that day that it happened and I was being funny after the live. That
joking.
was all. Because if that was the case, I would have been over other people's lives and all that other kind of stuff. And I have not.
I don't know where you
I be off of this bitch. I don't
I don't
even
know
be
where
on
you
here.
been.
I only came on here because of
Stone
you.
C said you still been on here.
Huh?
Stone C said you still been on here under troll account.
Oh God, here we go.
I'm sorry, that shit was funny. I'm sorry, it was funny. He was so dirty for that shit. They was talking about something completely different, and that just came out of nowhere.
Right. Yeah, I don't know why he says that because that's not the truth. And Jess is a real person. She be on there all the
We
time.
already know
So
that nigga be drinking. We don't care. Next
I don't know. So I've never had a troll page.
now,
I
pay
don't know why he's
attention,
doing it.
people. Let me let me learn you something real quick. We're all gonna learn something real quick. Since people say that I talk to her crazy and I treat her crazy. Did you guys notice that when I just made a funny, she didn't laugh, but she laughed when I said I ain't gotta fight you over no nigga that I already got. Now y'all do the math.
I
Y'all do
didn't
the
I
math.
didn't laugh. What? Because
One
I
was a
didn't
joke.
laugh at
Hold
that
on.
because what was
One
the
was a
purpose of
joke.
bringing up the troll?
Was
Lord have mercy. That's something completely different than that.
yeah,
They don't have no,
it
I
is
was laughing
different.
at
You're
that because I think it's
right.
because I
One
think
was a
it's
joke.
funny
The
and it's
other
cute.
wasn't. You're absolutely right. They both were different. One was a joke, and the other was the truth. She laughed at the truth, y'all, but she didn't laugh at the joke, y'all. Like I said, discernment,
The joke
people.
because I didn't laugh at the joke because of the person who said it. I'm like, this person right here is a is
Nah,
weird.
you know that shit was weird. You know that that motherfucker do weird ass shit to spite you on purpose. So you knew that was a joke, and you didn't laugh. But you damn sure laughed when I told the truth. When I said I ain't gotta fight you over no nigga that already belonged to me.
I
Girl, stop.
look, I don't think I did not think like that. That shit was not like that. I just didn't laugh because I was like, stone. Like, cause somebody had mentioned it to me, like, what was it, today? They saw me in a live and they was like, Jess was actually the person who mentioned me. She was like, yeah, I heard that stuff that Stone C said. She was like, that's crazy. I don't even know why he would say that. And he knows that I'm a totally different person. So I was just saying because I'm like, damn, why did this nigga just keep doing this shit? That's why I did not laugh because this nigga always got some crazy shit coming out his mouth. It don't have nothing with not it being funny or none of that. I was just like thinking in my head, fuck, Stone C, like what the fuck? Why do you keep talking? So it don't have nothing to do with that
Hmm.
because he keeps talking. And I don't even be on here, but he
So,
talks.
so I guess I'm punking you too.
You what?
I guess I'm punking you too.
Fucking, what are you talking? What are you
Punking,
talking?
punking.
No.
So you don't remember when over there in that little motor mouth ass sector they said I was punking my husband?
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a joke as well.
But no, I don't think that at all.
No, I'm saying it was said as a joke. When I said it
Uh,
just now, it was a joke.
No.
I'm just confused. Shit, these people that told you all this shit about me, shit, was they watching how Gigi was talking to you? But that's a whole nother
Uh-huh.
story. We gonna get past that real quick. Let's get back on the topic.
Okay. Well, I was
I know
just
you
coming
gotta-
up here because I didn't want this to turn into a big situation that it shouldn't be turned
But
into.
it wasn't going to until you came.
And I just felt like, it just seemed kind of just weird and awkward. And so I would just came up here and then I just wanted people to know that we are not arguing over a dude or none of this other type of stuff. So that's basically what I was coming up here for. It wasn't nothing like, because I wanted people to know like that is not what this is. We're having a conversation. Um, because I would not argue with somebody that I cared about and that I love, somebody that I've been friends with for a long time.
I don't know what happened to the audio, but I mean,
But I'm just saying that I would not, that I just wanted people to know that.
I was
And
under the impression that it didn't look like that in the first place because we were talking about him. So
okay.
it didn't look like that in the first place until you came up here and you made it look like that. So I'm just a little confused here.
Okay. Well, I didn't make it look like nothing. And
You
I
did.
mean,
You did. You most definitely did.
I was just saying, because I didn't want nobody to feel like that because I
But
would
that's
never.
it. Now they're gonna feel like that. Now they're most definitely gonna feel like that
Because
because
I would never do that with you. I mean, because I don't care about these situations, and I'm not. And you're my friend first,
I didn't
so
even use y'all names. You know that, right? I didn't.
I
I
would
didn't use y'all names. I didn't say
I
y'all at
wouldn't
all.
care.
I'm just confused here. Like I never said y'all names. I never used your likeness. Motherfuckers didn't even know who the fuck I was talking about until you came up here.
Uh,
See what I'm
but
saying?
okay.
See how
But
see how crazy it looked now because everything was cool. We were talking shit, you know what I mean? And nobody even knew. I kept saying homeboy over there in a sector, and you know that one person, the other person, and this person. And I kept saying things like that. I was talking in code. I didn't say anything about you. And when you came up here, you gave a face to the name when I was like that person, that other person. Now you are now the other person because you jumped up here and made yourself the other person. I know you don't know what's going on, Leggett. It's I I will explain it to you. It most definitely went left and it would not let's be clear here. Yes, we are sisters. Yes, we love each other, but it would not have went left if there wasn't something else there. So obviously there is something else there. Um, you know what I'm saying, to where we can't say certain things to each other. I threw a jab at her by saying I don't need to fight over no nigga when I got the nigga. I mean, these are facts. You just said you don't care about the nigga. You just said you don't talk to the nigga.
right.
Um, so I don't understand what was wrong with what I said. If you don't care about him, if you don't talk to him, if you don't fuck with him, and I do, then it's true. I don't have to fight you over somebody that I got. I'm just confused here. Like, that didn't make any sense. And from that comment came all the other shit. Oh, people told me that you talked to me crazy and all of this other shit. You kind of came up here and played yourself a little bit. You let your emotions take over and you said a bunch of shit that ain't respected. Um, and you're gonna just go nilly willy on with your day like that shit don't matter. I ain't gonna drag you, you know what I'm saying? Because normally I would just drag your motherfucking ass, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to ignore this shit because you basically came up here on my panel and you attacked me. I feel very much attacked. Uh,
What?
I'm just saying what other people say shit in situations like this. Shit,
Oh
I
my
don't know. I don't know what
God.
to say. You know what I'm saying? I guess, I'm such a mean person. That shit don't hurt me. It's gonna be a bunch of motherfuckers that's gonna say I'm a mean bitch. I didn't heard it. I didn't heard it so much. Motherfuckers then came in my DM and was like, I was scared to talk to you because you a mean ass bitch. Okay, well then why you here? And they still be trying to fuck with me. So I don't give a fuck. I didn't heard this shit my entire life. But I was trying to be discreet and I wasn't trying to say who I was talking about because we don't want to give no shine. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want that person to think that I'm talking shit about him because I don't want him to go over there and then talk shit about me and then I gotta take his channel because I snatched the fuck out that bitch. That ain't the point. I'm just saying all this could have just been avoided. Um, Shit, you came in like in the middle of the live too. Shit. So we had already talked about so much stuff before you had even came in. And once you got up here, everything took a left. All the business got spilled.
I
We ain't
mean,
say the
well,
nigga names though.
it
We
was
ain't say
getting
the nigga
spilled
name.
anyway before because in the chat. So
Nah, it wasn't because, like I said, I'm not posting any comments up, and it's not like so we got 100, 200 motherfuckers over here. The comments would have never been posted. I said that earlier, so they would have never been posted. So now we didn't had a whole yes, girl, go ahead. Now we didn't had a whole conversation up here, so the comments kind of don't matter. You have to understand that if I'm talking in code up here, there are certain things that I'm saying that Leggett may not understand. She may because this is that person. Anything that I say up here regarding when I say that other person or those people, she's gonna automatically think it's you I'm talking about because you're connected, where you were connected to this person as well, and she'll ask like, am I right? Like, is that what we're talking about? And I'll be like, no, that's not what we're talking about, or yeah, that's what we're talking about. So this happens every live, no matter what we're talking about. The only time when that doesn't happen is when we have our private lives because I don't have to talk in code. So it would confuse anybody. Like anybody that's listening to what I'm saying would be confused because they don't know who or what the fuck I'm talking about. So it's just this shit and got completely fucked up. And I even said earlier, this is probably a throwaway. This got crazy. I'm not arguing with anyone. I just feel like if a person does something fucked up, they should be held accountable. And that's what I was talking about in this life. I don't want to hold him accountable, like literally. I'm quite done with that situation. I'm just explaining that for him because he's gonna watch it. And just next time, for whoever your next victim is, don't do this shit. Be better with your shit. I Kevin is retarded. Be better with your shit. Be cleaner with your shit. Don't be so sloppy. I told you this in the live before my live this morning. That was it. This is supposed to be a learning experience. Instead, it turned into an argument. And as much as you do not want people to think we are fighting over a nigga, everything that fucking happened on this damn panel shows that they are probably fighting over a nigga. We can say whatever the fuck we want to up here. It's not going to matter because you know what I'm saying. It's all about perception, And the way that this is going to be perceived, no doubt, is that we are fighting over a nigga. And yeah, it's all bad. It looks bad. Uh,
Well, I ain't fighting over a nigga that I don't
and
want.
this is what you keep,
So
you know what I'm saying? You keep saying it, but like this is what I'm saying. You keep saying it over and over again,
I
but
know.
you
I'm
gotta,
just saying what I'm just telling the people.
the
Like,
people don't give
I'm not.
a fuck.
I'm not fighting
The,
with anyone over a man. I don't want this man.
but this is what I'm saying.
Um,
The people don't give a fuck. You said you don't like this is what I'm saying. Do you hear what you're saying? You're saying you're not fighting over him, you don't want him, but then keep in mind I just said all of this shit that you did after the fact that you found out what you found out. So they not gonna give a fuck. I'm trying to tell you how YouTube works. They're not going to give a fuck, especially because it's you. I'm gonna just keep it real because you know how they like to do. Um, they not gonna give a fuck about what you're talking about right now, about you saying all of this and all of that. They just gonna pay attention to that shit. They're gonna pay attention to the argument, the back and forth. They're gonna pay attention to me saying that I don't have to fight over a nigga because I got him, and you laughing and feeling some type of way, and you saying all that motherfucking shit you said. They're
I
gonna pay
don't feel
attention to
some
all of
type
that
of way
shit.
about it. I don't feel
They're
any type of way about your
going
comment.
to. You did. That's why you lashed out. I mean, you wouldn't have lashed out if you didn't. That was not that was not a reason for you to say all that stuff you said. I wasn't talking crazy to you. I was telling the truth. That's what it is. I mean, that's how I feel, but it's also what it is. Like, it's the truth. Well, who wants to fight? Who's gonna be fighting over a fucking man that is theirs? That you say you don't want him, you're not talking to him. You get what I'm saying? Like, you didn't think about that shit. You didn't think about it when you said it. You just immediately heard that shit and said a bunch of shit. Then you said some retarded ass shit talking about competition. Nigga ain't now bitch on this app or off this app my competition. Nigga, you gotta get with me in real life. You gotta fuck with me in real life. And I'm sorry. Yes, it's not too many that's doing that shit. So I don't see nobody as no competition. I would have never said that. I would have never said no shit like that to you. Oh, I'm not in competition with you. Why the fuck would I think that I ever was?
I didn't say.
You did.
I
You
said I'm
did.
not going to be in competition with
Nigga, I
anybody
wouldn't have even said that.
or none of that.
I wouldn't have even said that. Obviously, that shit was on your motherfucking brain if you said it. I wouldn't have said that shit. You
I
didn't hear me
was
say none of that. You didn't hear me call you competition.
I was
You
saying
didn't.
this for the people.
That's what I'm saying. You still going, my nigga, because you not learning fucking shit. This is what I'm telling you. You said all of this shit up here, bro. Somebody is watching this shit right now, like Courtney ass press, bro. Because you
What?
said yes, because you said all that shit. None of that shit came out my mouth, bro.
God.
None of that shit came out my mouth. When I look at you, I don't see none of those words when I look at you. So I wouldn't have said it. If we really best friends, if you really my sister, why the fuck would I ever think I would be in competition with you?
I
Why
don't.
the fuck would
I hope that you don't because I don't feel like that. That's I'm
I
just
ever
saying.
said it though? Why would you even say it? That was not even on
I
my
just
brain.
don't want anybody to feel any type of
Fuck
way, think that
everybody,
we
nigga.
are
You said that
arguing,
shit to
think
me,
that
nigga.
we thinking that we are having a this agreement. I don't want nobody to feel like that because I'm not doing that with you. I just don't want nobody to feel that way.
Courtney, we are
Because
most
it'll be
definitely
another thing where I'll even have
no,
friends. Da, da,
no.
da. I mean, this is how these people do it. So
Yes,
I just
but
wanted to make
look
sure
at
that
the
they
ammo
know.
you gave them though. We are most definitely having a disagreement. And look at the ammo you gave them. I didn't give them none of this shit. I talk like this to everybody. Legging. Didn't I tell you? I don't give a fuck if you got a page. I don't want to hear that shit. Didn't I say that, Legging? I talk to every fucking body just like this. And guess what? A lot of people don't take it personally. Today, you took it personally. You even said that other people who obviously not defending your ass when they fucking with you on here, but they take it personally how I talk to you. You said a bunch of fucking shit on my motherfucking panel, and I let you. I ain't drop you or nothing. Because sometimes you gotta let a motherfucker hang their own goddamn self. And that's what you just did. By all that shit you said, and I said over here, doing what? defending my own self. I didn't say not a goddamn thing bad about you. I just told you, just like motherfuckers saying shit to you, they saying it to me too. The only difference is the motherfucker that's saying it to me is actually saying it to your face. They be saying that shit in front of you. You just don't be paying attention. But that doesn't matter. I didn't say none of that shit. I'm focused on this situation and what the fuck actually happened. Everything I said actually happened. You talking about some shit
The
that
people who say it to
didn't
me actually
happen.
say it to me in front of my face. I don't pay attention.
You don't. Come on now, for real though. Like how many like I don't have to go through this. I'm not gonna do all that. You're not stupid. You know what's up. Okay. You know what's up. So I mean, we're not gonna play stupid. See, another thing, see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to elaborate on that because I don't need to. You already know. You know what I'm saying when I say that. The people that attack you, okay? Like I said, if a person feels some kind of way, you don't have to be here. Reagan don't have an issue with being here. You know what I'm saying? It's just you. So I don't get it.
And I
More to
didn't
the
say
point,
that I had an issue with being here.
I
As
said
I
I
was
said if
saying
I
all of
said
that,
if you listening to these people that wasn't trying to fight these motherfuckers that was calling
and
you
I was
for
not
shit,
listening to them. That's
then
what I was trying to come across.
I
I
didn't say
was not
if.
listening to them.
I
I said,
said
people
if
said this, but I'm not
if
going anywhere. I said,
if
because I
ain't nobody
love you and
ain't
this is just
nobody fucking
listening.
with me. That's why they saying that shit supposedly in private because them hoes can't fuck with me. But ain't nobody saying nothing to you in private. They actually saying it to you. I'm just saying what's the truth. That's
Hmm.
all. It's not a dig. It's not a jab. It's the fucking truth. Sometimes the truth hurts, but it is what it is. You just said all this shit to me, and it obviously was the truth, and it hurts. But I ain't finna cry up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm a stump on some shit. I ain't finna cry. This the internet. This shit is ridiculous. Who the fuck cares? But it looks that way now. It completely looks that way. It really does. Just like when you got on that nigga link and you did all that fucking shit, it looked a certain way. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I
If
was
that's
just trying to
if
be
that's what
funny and
it was,
entertaining and
I'm,
be.
I'm I'm not being funny, my nigga. That's the truth. You ain't hear me not chuckle not one motherfucking time.
Mm. Now I'm
You don't
talking
hear
about
no chuckles over here.
when I hit the nigga link, I was just being funny because he was supposed to hit the link
Why do
over
you keep
here.
saying that? It's not about, we don't care about your perception. I'm telling you what everybody else perceived, bruh. I'm telling you what it looked like from in the chats. I mean, fuck what I'm saying. Go ask him.
Well, I'm not asking him a thing.
Go asking the people that came to him and asked, like, what was your issue and shit? Was he fucking with you? This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying anything like to badger you. I'm telling you what the hell is happening. It may sound like I'm badgering you because I don't think you want to hear the truth, but it is the truth. That's what's happening. It's the shit that you don't see. Just like you told me, motherfuckers is talking about how I talk to you. I don't see it, but you still let me know. This is what I'm like. None of this shit makes sense, but it can be simplified. It can definitely be simplified. Like I said, that was funny. I don't know which one. I don't know what we said that was funny, but one of them was funny. I don't like. This is one of the reasons why I say, the chaos, the turmoil, and all that shit. I don't like having it over here because things confuse her. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be going live. I would just make videos and upload them. I would be doing nothing but uploads. I wouldn't be even going live because what would be the point? So everything I do is for her entertainment. If anybody else wants to come in, they can. And the reason why she's being singled out, and I'm saying it's for her entertainment, is because a lot of times you're not over here. So that's the reason why I'm saying her. It's not that I'm treating you different from her. I'm just saying it's because she's always here. You know what I'm saying? I talk to her all day, every day. We, you understand what I'm saying? So I talk to her family. She talks to my family. It's That's the only reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. She's a constant. You know what I mean? So I don't want shit to confuse her. Oh, okay.
Um,
Oh, girl, you was behind. I think you were behind in the live. She said that I don't care if they have a page, that I wouldn't let you promote. Hey, do you see what she wrote? I said that shit. I said it. I said that I didn't give a fuck if Leggin was the person that had a page. Don't be fucking promoting that shit over here. I said that to her. So yeah, maybe I need to be a little softer with my approach. But at the same time, shit, I'm hardcore with my approach because look at this. Look at the shit. Look. Rewatch this live when it's over. Go to this part. I'm gonna say go to like the 2 minute, 2 hour 30 minute mark and start there, so you can see everything how it played out. Everybody wrong here, goddamn it, we all wrong. But that's not the point. Nobody was gonna think that we were arguing over a dude because nobody knew who the fuck I was talking about. And it didn't sound like I was arguing over him. It sounded like I wanted to put his feet to the fire. You know what I mean? That's what it was sounding like because that's what it was. That's exactly what it was. And then this shit happened. So now it's like, oh my God, we're getting into it with each other. And it ain't even like that. Over a nigga with a bad hairline. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's what I don't want to portray because
I don't know what the hell happened. I mean,
I'm just saying that I just don't want that to be portrayed or whatever that
but you do, that's what I'm saying. You do realize that that is, that's how it's going to be perceived. Like, like I said, the one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to lie. I'm going to always be honest.
me either.
It is going to be perceived that way because whether we like it or not, that is basically what happened. That's what just happened. It is. That's what just happened. This situation is about one thing, and from that one thing stemmed other shit. You know what I'm saying? It stemmed you saying that I attack you. I mean, like,
I
I don't understand how you.
I
I don't
didn't say
understand
that.
how you. Yes, you basically did, love. I don't understand how you don't see what just happened. You don't see what just happened off of this one situation that has to deal with a fucking lying ass, manipulative nigga. Okay, who foot needs to truly be to the fire. And I wasn't trying to do it publicly. You know what I'm saying? Private is, I've already done that privately, but you know what I'm saying? I needed to revisit. But I was just talking to Leg and just catching her up on it or whatever. From me just doing that in this live this late, where I'm thinking it's really just gonna be me and her in here. Um, my husband is at work. You know what I'm saying? He working overnight, so I'm up. You know what I mean? So this was like more of a. It was supposed to be more of an intimate setting or whatever. So stuff being discussed that nobody really cares about, and it turned into not even about him anymore. It turned into motherfuckers telling you that I talk to you crazy. Motherfuckers telling you that I don't respect you. I'm not a good friend. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way that I talk to you, the way that I handle you. Um, these are things that you didn't have to tell me because I don't give a fuck about none of the motherfuckers that tell you any motherfucking thing about me. Tell a fuck bitch to say it to my motherfucking face. Now I'm off of that. um, you still felt the need to say that shit like you was finna win a prize or whatever. And you know what I'm saying?
No,
I'm a little dumb
that is
right
not
now.
why I said
Like,
it. I said it because
right.
that is not why I said that. I only said that to let you know that I fuck with you the long way. I am still here. I'm not going anywhere. So I was letting you know that regardless of what is going on with you and this dude or whatever, like I have no feelings about it because you were saying that I had feelings about it and I don't. And so and our or whatever. Yeah, I told you, I said, yeah, I fucked with him, say blah, 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 blah. But that was before, you know what I'm saying? That's past. That's not now. Now I could care less. Like,
And, and she's still explaining it, y'all. I don't.
I mean, I'm just saying, so I just want you to understand that I don't feel I was only saying that to show to tell you that I don't give a fuck what nobody has said. I don't give a fuck about no nigga. I
This
don't give a fuck about none of that.
now pay attention to
Nobody
this.
would
You don't
ever,
care now. See, nothing is happening now.
no
Nothing is
one would
happening in the
ever,
present tense. But
no
when
one
but when
would
I
ever.
asked, just listen. When I asked you, you got to understand that it doesn't matter now. Of course, this is like what, a week, maybe a week and a half old. So now it doesn't matter. But what I was talking about didn't have to do with you. Right now, it was about me doing some investigating, seeing what's going on his side to try to figure out like what's the point of you trying to fuck with me. It didn't have nothing to do with you. When it
He,
had something to do with you,
trifling ass nigga.
right? That's what I'm saying. But when it had something to do with you, you you did say that at that point that you cared. At that point, you liked him. I mean, you even attacked him when he dropped in my chat. It's more shit I'm not saying right now because I don't want to dive back into it. But there is more shit, and I'm guessing you forgot.
No, I know. When he dropped in your chat, we was trying
No,
to
I'm
get
not
him to
talking
come up here and have a conversation, and he didn't come up here, and so I was talking shit about him. Yeah, and then when he went live, while you were live, and then we got off, then I went over there and just started trolling him really because he didn't hit the link. That was it. Like it was nothing more to it or none of that. I mean, I'm sarcastic. I like to be funny. That's what that shit was about. It
I
wasn't
get
about
that, but that's not
mm,
what I'm talking about. I was talking about the phone call that you made. But like I said, I don't want to talk about that on here.
me.
It's yeah. This is what I'm saying. Like, if somebody's fucking with me and they used to fuck with you, or they fucking with you, or whatever, if something happens, they are definitely going to tell me.
I
Um,
ain't made no phone call to nobody. I don't talk to nobody.
you did though. You did, and it's okay. I'm not
What?
tripping. Like I said, I'm not. We're not we're not diving on that part. Like I said, it is other things, and I was trying not to bring them up because I didn't want this to happen. But it happened anyway. It happened anyway.
Are you talking about a phone call with him?
Yes,
Girl, he called me. I have not called him.
y'all both called each other, but it doesn't. It doesn't
Um,
matter. It doesn't matter.
Let me see if I can find my call log, Lord,
It doesn't matter. Like I said,
because I'm not gonna be. I ain't called. I ain't called that man. That man was calling me and asking me, "Am I okay?" and telling me it wasn't like that, and it's not that deep. So it's
What's not that deep?
like
Dude,
everything wasn't that deep. Like
'cause I'm just, this is what I'm saying. Oh, I'm just gonna leave it alone. It's
that's what I'm saying. Because he was like, "Why am I tripping?" And I'm like, "I'm not tripping. I'm not gonna talk to somebody who's talking to my friend. I'm just not gonna do that, and that's not who I am, and that's not what I do. So I'm going to move around. I'm not doing that." And that's what I said, and that's when I hung up. And I have not talked to that man since.
and see
He
this.
was calling
It,
me. Like, I mean, I never called him.
but see this is what I'm. I'm just. It don't matter. Like I said, I there was a few things I told him to do, um, but that ain't got nothing to do with what I was just talking.
Right. I've never. And then there was calls where I didn't even pick up the phone. So, and I have not called him. I never returned a phone call.
Y'all talked to each other after that though. After he was calling you because I told him to call you. Y'all talk to each other. It really don't matter. Like I said,
No.
I don't need to lie
Okay.
because
I don't care. See,
I
this
got the
is the thing
conversation.
right here.
I got the conversation.
I'm telling you,
I
though, when
don't
I
matter.
talked to
It
him the last time,
don't
that
matter.
is when I hung up and I never
It
talked to
don't
that
matter.
man again.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
And you can say who I talked to, who I didn't talk to, whatever. I'm looking at my call log right here, and I'm saying I see this person's number, and I've not talked to that man
See,
since
you got to
after
see
that.
what I'm. You see, right, Leggett? I'm telling her that it doesn't matter because I don't want to get into an argument. Um, it
But
it
just
doesn't
because
matter.
somebody says something, don't mean that I did that. That don't mean that it's true.
So he didn't say it. I'm saying it because I know it happened because I was. It don't matter. Anyway, like I said, it doesn't matter. It don't matter. This is my whole point. It don't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
This, yeah, it doesn't matter. It really don't. I don't want to start up no argument. He said whatever the fuck he said, and that's not what I'm concerned about. You said whatever you said, and that's not what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about why lie about certain shit when it pertains to me when you could have just told the truth. Um, if that was happening, okay, it happened. That's it. I was unaware about, the joke that we were making, the 1900. I was unaware about that. Um, I had to get that straight with him because that further proves that he was full of shit and being sneaky. And that was it. Other things further prove that he's being sneaky and weird as fuck. And his wife needs to really, grab the collar of that shirt and choke the fuck out of him because he acting out on here. Um, that was basically it. That other shit don't make no fucking sense, but que sera, sera. Yeah. I done had my husband text me tonight talking about we both look stupid. And I'm like, we do, because it was never supposed to dive into that. We supposed to be dumping on the nigga, not each other. But yeah, I can't. Did you turn this on? I can't disagree with what he said. He's an outsider looking in.
Oh, I don't disagree either because I feel like this whole thing, yeah, uh,
This
it
whole
was doing
shit,
that.
this whole shit was stupid. This was
That's why
something
I tried to
that.
come up here and try to let people know, no, that's not what this is.
But see,
Because
that's
I
what I'm
felt
saying.
like that too.
You keep saying it over and over again. I came up here to let people know, and I'm gonna say the same thing over and over again. You came up here to let people know, but you actually made yourself look bad. You played yourself by coming up here because nobody even knew who the fuck I was talking about. You put a face to the name of that person over there, the other person. That's what I was saying, the other person, that person over there. You put a face to it when you came up here. So now, any backlash or what the fuck ever, like, Motherfuckers can't be mad. I can't be mad. You can't be mad because now this shit did turn into something deeper than what it originally was. And at the end of the day, we all need to pay attention to the fact that it got here for a reason. It got here for a reason because you didn't have to ask for me to drop the link. You didn't have to come up here. You didn't have to say certain things in the chat. Remember, at first when you were talking and I was saying what I was saying, we were all laughing in the chat and shit. You didn't have to say certain things. Nobody was going to know. If you go back in the chat, you will see how you basically outed yourself in the chat, and nobody said your name. Nobody was focused on that, and you kind of outed yourself in the chat. So everybody that's watching this, since we all care about everybody else, everyone that's watching this is going to see that shit. They're going to see that nobody knew what the fuck I was talking about until you came in the live. So I mean, what can I say? Whatever your plan was, it low key backfired because now it's like, damn, well, they over there, they over there at each other's necks over some nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's like a little midget with a bad hairline. Like hell to the fuck no. That wasn't even what this was. But since it looked like that, we I guess we both gotta take it. I mean, fuck it. And this is the reason why I wouldn't go up on his panel because I didn't want something like this to happen. I didn't want it to look a certain way because something like this could most definitely happen depending on what we say. Words can be misconstrued and somebody could get hurt because somebody said something. So it was best for me to stay in the chat. You know what I mean? That's what I did. I mean, these are life lessons. Is Lady, your ass still there? No, I'm not behind. I just now writing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now I gotta revisit all this shit so that I could explain to her what happened. You know, when it seems like we're arguing with each other, she be on alert. She's like, "Wait, why are y'all arguing? What's going on? I don't know what's going on." Like even I'm gonna tell you, Leggett. Even Kevin texted me and was like, "Don't pay attention to the chat right now." Um, I think you know. I think Leggett might be confused. Just don't pay attention to the chat and confuse her even further. Y'all both look stupid right now. Just kill that fucking shit because it don't make no sense. Even he said it. You know what I mean? Because like I said, we don't. Uh, so now I'll probably have a whole conversation with him when he get home. And,
Gosh, I hate this.
and this, it really truly was for nothing because, like I said, I did my little investigation today, and I found out enough that I needed to know. And well, I've been done, but I'm just saying I'm done with the shit. No matter what I'm told, no matter the calls, no matter the text, I'm really truly just done. I couldn't even get to that point where I've made my decision to just not deal with certain people. I said this basically in the last live, you know what I'm saying? And the person was just like, "No, you said some good things. I'm listening. I'm listening. Like, I'm always going to be here for you and all this other shit. I ain't trying to hear that
Mm.
shit when I'm pissed the fuck off."
Mm.
And this was closure for me. For me. You know what I'm saying? And now it's just like, it's a bunch of other shit. So I don't know. It's the only thing that I can say now.
Well, there's a huge variety of businesses in this shopping plaza, from sandwich shops to liquor stores, even an
Hey, you
adult.
got a dollar? You got a dollar? You
Sorry.
got a dollar? You got a dollar? You got a dollar?
I was still muted. Does anyone have a dollar? Shit. I mean, what can I say? I'm trying to break the situation.
Nope. I didn't get my 1900.
That's right. Like, we're still waiting on it's all good, but we still waiting on the 1900. Pay the debts that you owe, Mr. Cash App.
No, I don't want it. I'm you don't know it, don't pay me. You're totally fine. I'm you're totally
Why you keep putting your foot on me? Go to sleep.
man, I got a doctor's appointment or a dentist appointment in 2 hours.
Well, you need to get some sleep.
I ain't finna go to sleep because if I go to sleep, I ain't gonna wake up.
I can go to sleep and be asleep for 30 minutes and get the fuck up and go work a whole 16-hour shift. I'm so used to that shit.
I go to bed. The dentist at 8, but because I but I gotta leave early because I probably gotta leave like 30 minutes early just to
Like,
make sure that I get there on time.
Megan, I cannot believe you've been rocking out, girl. We are going to crash today, okay? We are going to crash big time.
I need to go take my car to get an oil change.
That's a lot of stuff. That's a whole full day. Better do it
Mm,
and hurry up. It's Memorial Day weekend.
I know. I was thinking about after I get back from the dentist, to go take it and get the oil change.
But boy, why is this right here? Why do I have food in front of me? I'm used to it too at this point. I haven't stayed up this late though in a long time. I'll be
Well,
tired.
I had went to sleep earlier, so I'm up.
Have a long ass time. It's been. I saw some things that happened on here, but I couldn't pay them attention because, like I said, I was Nancy Drew today, so it's a bunch of shit I can catch up on today when I do wake up. I might as well stay the hell up until Kevin gets off. So I don't know.
How long he got?
I think he has 3 more hours.
Mm,
Yeah, I think it's 3 more hours. But man, what's the number of today? What's the number of today? I don't even know what today is. I know it's Saturday, 20 third, fourth. I have no, but that's all. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live. This abomination of a live.
Yes, yes. There is no issue. Okay,
No,
people.
there isn't. Because this was stupid to begin with. I should have took my ass to bed. I shouldn't have said shit. Oh, it's the 24th? Okay, good.
And I don't care what you motherfuckers think about me or whatever. Um I don't never cause a drama. The drama, the stuff be coming to me, and I could comment on it, and y'all got a problem with it. So, um, it ain't my fault.
I'll have my final thoughts. Once you guys are all in the chat or whatever, it ain't
Yeah.
gonna be about this shit. It's gonna be about the bad
But
girl.
I just want to say too, niggas is hoes, and they flaw, and that's just what it is, and that's why you just gotta learn how to just move forward and. Act like they don't exist or they don't take their motherfucking ass seriously and shit. Just fuck. That's what you
Or
need to do.
you need to reprimand that nigga so that he learns. That's an issue that we have with our black men. They don't get reprimanded like they should, so they continue the same behavior or they use an excuse. All women should be, reprimanding all men. It's not just okay to let some man just manipulate you and play with you and then, oh, I'm not talking to him anymore. Fuck him. I'm not answering your calls. No. You need to cuss that motherfucker the fuck out. Tell that nigga what the fuck he did and wish a bird shit on his head. Then you can block him. Then you can
Right.
delete him.
That's why I told that nigga that there is no games being played on here. This is not I'm cool. You talking to my friend, that's who you gonna talk to. I'm not gonna be a part, removing myself, and that's it. And hung up. Like, nigga, we not playing this game. Cause that's not even me. Like, I don't do this type of shit. So, all right. Like,
And he wasn't even talking to me. It didn't even. I had an ulterior. Let me just be quiet. As soon as that shit happened, I was on my best. Let's find some shit out, shall we? I was on my best Nancy Drew. Right.
and so I just let the just told him shit. I ain't with it and I'm out. Like, that's weird.
Yeah. You still good
So,
now, Megan?
huh?
I was asking Megan was she still good.
Oh, shoot, I got other, what I'm saying? I'm happy in life right now. I'm doing amazing, except for, this hospital thing, and I've been having to look for another hematologist and oncologist because this traveling back and forth is getting kind of a burden.
Yeah, I know how that can be.
Yeah,
Get
my
girls.
I be almost dying, and I be on here on people's mouths saying I'm somebody else. Like, it's just stupid. Like a retard.
That shit was so funny because it just reminded me of what happened on his panel back down memory lane when Benji was like, it's recorded. He was telling him that everything that Homeboy was saying was recorded, and then nigga out of nowhere was like, caught it. Caught I'm sorry that was I was so tickled. I was like, oh my God, nobody even said that. Even Benji was like, no, no, no. My nigga, I said recorded. He just fast. Like it was too funny. And
You,
then right after that, girl, he got porn bombed. That nigga dropped everybody, including himself, but left the porn bomber up there.
you got it bad.
I mean, he was discombobulated. That shit was hilarious. That was one of his best lives.
Girl, that's what he get now.
That's why that shit he just did was funny as fuck to me. Just, boy, calm down. Like, God, it's gonna be all right.
And the crazy part is he just did it because I blocked him.
I was like, he must wanted to say your name so badly because nothing they were talking about was about that. Nothing. So he just wanted to say it hella bad.
I mean, how did he end up even talking about that? That's what I want to know.
I guess, if I'm not mistaken, I think the girl might have dropped her cash app or something in the chat.
Who, Jess?
Yeah, I think she
Okay.
did it by accident, and it all started from there. That shit was too funny though.
He said just money. If he said just money. He said just money because he wanted to. That ain't got shit to do with me. He didn't send me no money under no fake just page. He'll send it under what he got in his phone that he sent the money to. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. And
he,
Flavor
I'm.
Flav was over there, you know what I'm saying, being a yes man and shit. It was just funny as hell to me.
I just don't get it. I'm dying and people saying my name.
That's this internet.
For a lot of people who don't like me, my name sure to be said a lot.
Because they have nothing else to talk about. Okay, okay. I know. I know. I hear you. Damn, I'm about to end the live. Shit. Like, Lord. Well,
But yeah, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna drop because I'm about to
yep, I will talk
probably start
to you
getting ready
later.
to
Talk to
go.
you later. I'm
Get
going to give
ready to get up and move around.
I'm gonna give my little final thoughts and then I'm gonna end it.
All right.
Have a good night or a good morning. Shit.
Yeah, it's morning time. It's
Have a good
6:15.
appointment.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get these beautiful, teeth that I have that a lot of people on here don't have, cleaned and, stuff like that that needs to be done. And, you know,
Yep,
so
just
some people don't do those things.
yep. Take care of you.
Right. All right. Bye.
Bye. So thank you guys for joining me on this beautiful Saturday morning. I appreciate everyone who supports. Um, Shout out to all the people who will watch the replay if I decide to post this because this was too much. Um, Hopefully, everyone has a lovely Saturday. Um, Make sure you eat a fulfilling breakfast, not too fatty. Um, if you are still up, get you some rest. It's okay. Close your eyes for a minute. It's shit. It's like 7 places now. Um, More than likely, I will be back. I do still want to do that walkthrough. That is going to be a treat. Um, when we wake up, Megan, of course, we will talk to each other. Um, and shit, I think that's it. Oh, no, 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 no. I did forget something.
Well, there's a huge variety of businesses in this shopping plaza, from sandwich shops to liquor stores, even an adult.
You got a dollar?
Sorry.
You got a dollar? You got a dollar? You got a dollar?
We'll check back in with Molly in just a moment. It looks like she's having some interactions there at the facility, the place where she is doing her live report. Again, she is reporting live, so we will check back in with her. For the meantime, we are going to move on to our next story.
Twain and Swiss, Twain and Swiss, Twain and Swiss, Twain and Swiss. I got your bitch on Twain, she be selling that thing. Got your bitch on Twain, she be selling that thing. On Twain and Swiss, on Twain and Swiss, on Twain and Swiss, Twain and Swiss. I got your bitch on Twain, she be selling that thing. Got your bitch on Twain, she be selling that thing.
Oh my God. Bye, y'all.
So cold.